Hello. Hello, everybody. We got Gundam. This is for VOD. Ooh, just blurred. Oh god. Lenses. Something. Anyway. That'll focus eventually. There we go. This is May 14th. Gundam. Wednesday. Webcam. A lot is legal this week. I think we got the new Arthran Gundam. We got a new green Gundam. Like, we got both, I think both red and green have their LRs this week, or their complete package of LRs this week. I think that's a lot. So a lot of good spoiler cards this week are legal. I keep saying this week, I'm sorry. But no, it's just kind of that exciting that red and green are kind of complete in terms of their starter deck power creep, I guess, because like we're getting both LRs, which in this game LRs are SRs, which I don't. We have so many games in the Bandai TCG space, and they really didn't need to change and call them legend rares instead of super rares. And then I don't know, man. Bandai, I don't know, man. It was just not necessary, man. Anyway, how's everybody today? Excited? Tournament should be starting soon. We got 17 people tonight, which I still think is like an unbelievable amount. Honestly, it's kind of crazy. What do I do? Oh, any Final Fantasy fans out there? The new what's it called? First night that red and green look crazy. No, I agree. Any Final Fantasy nerds out there? Got a bunch of Magic MTG stuff announced. I've been grinding Final Fantasy VIII. That's been my life past day or two. 8 is my favorite. I don't know if anyone's got favorites out there, but 8 is my favorite. I know I'm just a controversial guy. Like in Digimon Frontiers, very controversial season, my favorite season. 8 and 13, very controversial games in the franchise, my favorites. I'm just destined to be a source of conflict. It's unfortunate, and I promise you the tournament has not started yet, so we're just kind of filling time as an entertaining personality for the Gundam TCG card game. I don't know. I guess I could sell out for a little bit, guys. If you guys don't know what's going on here, today is a weekly webcam tournament for the Gundam TCG hosted by me or mostly Eagle and his judges and his team and his staff. But I get to stream it. We get to yap about it on camera for everybody's viewing pleasure. So if you guys are interested, join the Discord. It's on the screen above in front of you, or there's always a link in the description below. If you want to join the tournament, there's always an infinitely set of updating links in the description below for, our limitless links. If you want to see how decks are performing, which colors seem to be doing really well, you can go into the limitless archive of Eagle's Nest tournaments and check that out. I got a couple more sellouts that we can always do, like, become a channel member. That's always great. Much appreciated. Especially going forward. I know this isn't a Digimon. This isn't really a Digimon place right now, but the memberships really do help in terms of. I gotta set up some other screens too. Jesus Christ. The memberships help for me to like fund like these things that I do like in stream tournaments. Like if we're gonna do like an in-person Gundam thing, a live Gundam thing at my locals or at a different locals, a store regional, like it goes a long way to help me out in terms of like being able to financier that. Is that a proper English way to say that? Anyway, you guys get it. The money goes to just more things for the channel and pushing more content. That being said, our round is paired. Players are shuffling up. People are getting their starting hands. So let me just get that nice round and quick for you guys. The timer is not up. The timer, switch. The screen's kind of empty. I promise it won't stay that way for long. We'll at least get the webcam going. Bam. And then bam. And then I promise I'll get everything else that you guys enjoy on the screen for you guys now while oh, I also got to get Eagle his link. Oh my god. We are behind, man. We are behind. I'm grinding red dragons in Final Fantasy. It took all my time away. Whew. Dang it. What is... I have so many tabs. I need to condense. Okay, here we are. Tournament started. Pairings. 35 minutes starting yesterday. I think I could just put 34:40 or 34:30. Right, timer's up. We'll get a card on screen for you guys right quick. But our our turn 1 player here with the monochrome goblin mat, I guess we're saying, has gone all the way to 4 resources and still has not been able to. Is still not able to. Oh, but we're playing red, so I managed to catch the red card. Let me get the deck, the Eggman deck builder, and start getting cards, because this is the new red card. This is the one everyone's like, oh my god, red card. This is Arthrin's. This is in fact Arthrin's red second rare. Maybe it's, where are you? I don't actually know what it's called. I don't remember what it's called. I know it's called Infinite Justice Gundam when it's got like its final Digivolution or whatever, but you guys know how it be. All right, we got it. I think we're getting there. Bam, bam, and bang, 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 bang. There we guys go. All right, it is the Aegis Gundam. Aegis Gundam. Oh, so we're playing white, red. I guess some kind of control deck. We're just, white is definitely, it's like, it's gotta be, we're gonna end up in a world where I think white and blue are gonna be the strongest color pair, or not color pair, but they're gonna support all the other colors. I think like all the best color pairs are gonna involve either white or blue, just because they're so good at like being a supportive color. Blue with the draw, and then white with like card cycle and all the blockers right now is kind of crazy. And last things first, I gotta get Eagle his webcam link, so that way he can eventually join, and I'm not just floundering into the stratosphere. Bam, bam, bam. It's open. We got there. He's getting his correct link, because behind the scenes work, guys, is crazy. Think I sent him the right link? Yeah, we did. And he sent me the picture, and he ever so effortlessly sent me the picture of all the new cards today. Yeah. Images, video images. Okay, I'll get the new cards. We'll talk about the new cards a little later. We got a game in front of us. White, red, actually going pretty fast, pretty hard right now. Like we're already our opponent's down to four checks. We are going to play our Wing Gundam into. Do we have 6? I guess. Oh, yeah, because we have the EX resource. I guess we have the EX resources where it's 6, and then it's a 5 total cost to do this whole pair here. And that's going to attack straight into something, but we're going to block it with the Wing Gundam can attack unsuspended, unrested, or active Gundams, but just a weird, I can't tell if we like... I'm not sure if we blocked a different attack, or then the Wing Gundam went somewhere else. We should still breach. Hopefully we did that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we breached or not. I hope we did. Oh well. All right, we're gonna do a base. We're gonna do 1. Is that 1 damage exactly to the Wing Gundam to kill it? Oh, are we okay? So, I believe we actually did the damage to the base, and now we're just doing stuff. Okay, well, I think we're caught up. Eagle will be joining in a little bit. But, yeah, I guess I'll get my headset on. How's everybody in chat? How you guys doing? I am hungry, honestly. I'm doing... I think red-white just is too far in the lead for this, right? Like, we've only seen green cards for the most part from the Wing Gundam player. Snacking on some Lay's chips. But oh, we're gonna tap out a ton of resources. So 3 into Amuro, so a full 4 resources. I wish we separated it a little bit in terms of our actions, because it's not like you realistically can't like function. It's not like Magic where like mana's just floating into thin air. You do have to tap 3, play Gundam, tap 1, play Pilot. I know I get the shortcutting and like I get it, but from a visual storytelling perspective, it does make it rough. And we're gonna get the white base, and we're gonna actually tap our EX resources to get a. We're gonna tap the EX resource to get the Zaku 2. Fair enough. That should mean like the EX resource is expended in some way, I believe. Or did we already use it and that's just like an alt art of something? Either way. It's hard to track the resources sometimes. Like it's a little different than it is in like One Piece or Dragon Ball, where like you kind of have to make the choice. Well, One Piece you just get 2, right? So it's very easy to track turns, or unless you're purple. And then Dragon Ball you choose to charge, so you can kind of follow the turns that way. Yep, it is white red versus blue green. I think there might be. I may have not been paying the greatest attention, but I think these are some of the first blue cards that the green player had showed. And yeah, we're just behind, man. We got 4 bodies on the other side. I mean, unless we have another link pair to really try to like sequester the board a little bit. All right, a show of resolve to draw 2 cards.
Can't hear you if you can hear me.
We can hear each other now. Sweet.
Hey, there we go.
But yeah, no. Oh, we got the Health Scythe Gundam on board. The second, I believe this is the second LR for green. Very exciting card. Finally getting it to play it on the board. It might not be enough though to turn the tide our way, unfortunately. Let's see.
Yeah, it's an exciting night. We got a lot of different decks like being played. Like, it's the first night blue-white is not the most popular deck.
Oh, interesting. That's good.
Yeah, I think we actually only had like 1 person bring blue-white tonight for webcam locals, which is really exciting. It shows that people are trying out other decks, trying out different strategies. We think there's actually a chance other colors can compete, which we already seen here. This game wrapping up pretty quickly. It tends to happen in these best of 1 games, though. Like, your games are super quick.
White red just had the control and tempo the entire game. Like they just could not maintain a board or even develop a board from the blue green. But let's see if I can jump into another table and talk about that. Just go to table 1. Make it easy.
Of course, makes sense. It's your favorite playmats player, the Floral Digimon Yu-Gi-Oh playmat combination.
It's not making it easy on himself, you know. I guess it in a world in this sense you're showing who you are as a card game player. All your card games all in one frame.
Yeah, it shows like you're a true hobbyist of everything at the end of the day, which is really fun. What is most popular for tonight? Let me take a look. I believe it was blue-green, but white-green's really close. White-red's pretty close also. There's also like 2 different branches of white-red too.
Oh, really? What's the main key difference between them?
So when I'm looking at white-red, there's two ways I distinguish it. One of them is if you're building the deck around Michaelis. If you're playing around Michaelis, you're putting a lot more commands in your deck, and you're relying on Overflowing Affection to basically put the dead cards in your hand into trash, so you get the extra Michaelis buff. So I consider that like a white-red Michaelis, and then there's like white-red tempo where you're just playing all the other white-red cards together.
Oh, I see. So
Yeah,
like,
just because like you're building around two different boss monsters.
oh, I see. I guess that makes sense. So we got another red blue, I believe. I think this is red blue on the Digimon Yu-Gi-Oh playmat side, and then a blue green. So a lot of red.
Yeah, red's just a fun looking color right now. And I think white's also like a good support color if you're not playing blue. So it's between blue or white as the support, and then you're playing red primary, you're playing green primary. Heck, you can probably do blue-white control to some extent still, but there's so much value in the other colors. It really shakes up how things are looking.
In terms of a tournament run, though, I find it hard to see if blue gets dethroned as the most popular color, though.
Yeah.
They're just SRs to me, says Stanley. Oh, maybe he's behind, but yeah, the fact that they, how do you feel about the fact that they changed the rarities in Gundam compared to every other card game that or every other Bandai card game, instead of calling them super rares, they're LRs now, so for legend rare.
Yeah, we also have no secret rares, which is really interesting. I think it's probably going to help the accessibility of the game because we won't have a super high dollar secret like we do in other games. Looking at One Piece, like their brand new secret's 85, 90 bucks already.
Jesus
and it
Christ.
just came out.
Yeah, no, that's intense. Like, I'm okay with losing secret rare. I just didn't. I'm just being nitpicky about the name change, honestly.
Oh, that, I mean, also depends on the pull rates and ratios. Maybe it's slightly more generous than a super rare from other games, so they want to
maybe.
separate that.
Guess we'll have to see.
But yeah, having the alt arts being so many, I'm expecting we probably get a few more alt arts in the box too.
Maybe. I know One Piece gave us the pattern set by Digimon was you get a secret and an alt art. One Piece for the first few sets actually changed that formula, and you get 2 alt arts and a secret for the most part in a box. And then eventually One Piece dialed it back and made it so you only get the to match what Digimon was doing with the 1 alt art and a secret. It was always interesting to me that they did that.
With the exception of like the early EX sets for Digimon, you would get more.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, but like all those old secrets have been reprinted so many times. Machine Dramon from EX1 in particular has like
that one's
at
so
least
many
5 printings. Yeah.
And now it's gonna be rendered useless soon. Imagine that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily a true statement, actually.
Yeah, but just excited for Gundam here. Like, because we have more LR top end, we actually have more deck potential for like diversity for once. And like chat said, yeah, a lot more red. I think red is the most popular color at this time, just because it's like it's exciting. It's a new play style, so people want to try it out. Also, it does look like it actually can carry its own. But using a white base after, I believe, a show Resolve 02 to make a token, not really the best tempo play, but if there's no white on the other side, which we don't have white, it's blue-green, it's not as punishing, because if you play like blue-white and you bounce the token, you just completely lost that entire turn's tempo worth. Like, sure, you have card advantage in hand, but they would be able to pressure more.
Yeah, but we have this RX-78 on our side that's going to be able to repair this final damage off. It clears the white base on its own. And from here, like, we're allowed to set up. We can, we're going to use our own white base, set up the 2-2. Then, 4. What's going to come down for 4? Oh, wow, Wing Gundam. If we have the pilot, that is disgusting.
Do we have Hero Yui here? Because if we have Hero Yui, we're already able to clear over the token or clear over the level 2 1-drop here, GM.
What would you do? I would just get the token out of the way, maybe. At least that's how I see it.
I would probably get rid of the GM first. Reason being, 3/3 token, if you clear the token, they choose to trade their 2/2. Then they have the chance of, I guess it's regardless, it's going to be the same result. You would have been able to make a 2/2 instead of a 3/3. Try like manipulate that for your opponent's side, but they would be able to trade either way, so it's same difference.
Yeah, and the RX-78 clears its final damage, and now we just got a pretty wide board. I could see. I've said it before, where like I feel like there's no way out, and then players string along a couple plays that at least buy them a turn, potentially win the next turn. So let's see if Wing Gundam or Blue White can get us out of this. Ooh, another link pair, so that's gonna rest to the Wing Gundam.
Yep, 5 HP or less.
And yeah, since
and that's actually a threshold that's a lot harder to hit now because we have so many more 2 HP pilots attached to any 4 HP body. You can't be Amuro tapping them anymore.
Oh, that's true. All right, so here's another 3. No, this is 4. 4. Another link pair? Jesus Christ. Is this Amuro, though? Oh, no, this is a red pilot. So, no, I believe no link pair.
Yeah, but we get to increase the attack stats of our other units because it's paired. So this GM actually has 4 attack, and the Gundam itself has 5 attack. So the 5 attack can actually trade into the wing, which is probably what we're doing here.
Yeah. Oh, we're just going to clear the RX-78, yeah.
That's fair. I guess your unit lives if it swings into wing, so it would make more sense if we Amuro swing into it. Yeah, just trying to deny any other potential value they could get.
Wow. Alright, so from here, we just attack base for 2? No, I don't think that's right. Well, maybe you do have to take the attacks while you can get them. Oh no, we're passing.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really like a reason to swing in, and I don't think you actually can for like any effective damage amounts. Yeah, because you don't have the link, so you're not going to be swinging in with the RX, the full frontal pilot. You're not going to be doing anything meaningful with the GM, so you might as well just keep them standing, make it harder on your opponent to evaluate the board. Say if they have a link pair here, they could have a link pair here, but I think you're just going to see potentially a value trade here. I don't know, what are your thoughts? Is there any color combination you're excited to hopefully see tonight, now that we're not stuck in blue-white mirror territory?
Tonight, I think anything involved... I just want to see people play more like Wing Gundam Tribal, basically, like Meteor Corpse units, and playing Death Scythe, playing Hero Yui, and then Sandrock along with it, because we got another Sandrock, didn't we?
We did, but it's a vanilla. It's a vanilla is the issue.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the vanillas can still go a long way, just for the naming scheme, being able to more consistently have like a rush unit or link pairs. I think that's value. I mean, with blue, like we see it now with Amuro Ray and RX-78, right? There's 2 different ones, and they gives blue that extra bit of consistency of seeing a link pair. But we can see going forward.
But yeah, I'm just taking a quick look to see what's won all our tables so far. As of now, it looks like we have 1 white-green.
Oh, okay.
We have, what is this? Blue-green. So blue-green, white-green. We're watching this match right now. Got another blue-green. So blue-green might be the more popular of the top tables right now. I have to thank the colors, the pilots, white-green. So we got a good mix, which is really exciting. We got 1 blue-white control still.
Oh, we get our green side of our game plan on the board with a health scythe.
Yeah. Scythe is super powerful, having access to first strike, which I think is the only meaningful unit with it at this time.
Yes.
The reason this is impactful is it allows really good trades. And chat's correcting Operation Meteor, not Meteors or Operation. I can't remember what else we said. Yeah, we hear you, chat. We hear you.
Well, there's two, right? There's like Operation Meteor, and then there's the other one, the tribal, the Magna Corpse. Yeah, Maganac Corpse.
Yeah, so addressing this board state, though, it looks like we have the board advantage on the blue-green side, so that could be scary. We have, I'm assuming that's a token of some sort. We just didn't have like another 2/2 or another 1/1 token.
Mm-hmm. It's
And
kind of
these
close,
are turns.
though.
These are turns where it gets scary. It's like, okay, what's the correct order of operations? What's the correct assessment? Are we going face? Are we going for trades? Because we have plenty of time around. That's not an issue. And it's just what sets us up for the best long-term game plan angle for this match.
Yeah, we have what, 4 cards in hand, so we have a pretty good amount to work with. Well, we did dump our hand of Gundams and pilots though, so I could see us being in a situation where we're just flooded on one or the other at this point. Maganac Corpse, and fun fact, it is pronounced
Magwanek. I'm sorry.
Maguanek? Oh my god. What in the world? Maguanek.
I don't know, man. I'm still the person that pronounces Leopardmon instead of Leopardmon. Like, I read it once as Leopard, and I've just never said that. Eagle got it right? Heck yeah.
Damn. Okay, well. Chalk, put one up on the board, everybody.
I'm just reading chat, man. But anyways, so we're assessing. We're going face now. We can have potential lethal as long as it's not a last burst base. It's not. It's a show. We're going for game. Do you have any commands I can end this? Tapping 2. Is this close combat? It is close combat, doing 2 damage. So it's not guaranteed game yet.
Yeah. So we need to have a link pair to actually pull this off.
1 card in hand, though, is the issue.
Oh no! So we don't even have that.
Yeah, there we go. We can swap out the backwards card for the actual token now that the other one is destroyed.
So funny.
2, what do we get here? A base? Yep, it's a base. 2, we're going to make a unit, or we're going to play a unit, depending on what we drew into. But this is a
just play
1/1.
a unit. Oh, 1/1. All right, so representing 3 attacks next turn. Not going to be able to clear anything up unless we can find a world where we have 1 damage to deal to the gun tank.
Yeah, so now turn back to Marinesus here. Like, we have 3 swings, so we could clear out and go for game 2. No cards in hand, so the only thing that would save our opponent is a burst base to basically make the damage threshold higher for what they need to be dealing damage-wise. But thanks to having full frontal underneath the RX, you are doing at least 5 damage, which clears a base. And during pair, you buff all the other units. We have another unit here, so we will be able, to potentially go for game, pending there's no last life base. It's an Amuro and a full frontal. So close, but not quite there, Grayson.
Yeah.
But because we have 2 pilots, we are able to...
Oh, we're going for the board clear.
Trade. Oh, wait, we have to. We have to. They have 1 more attack than we can deal with.
That's fair.
I already mismathed lethal damage.
Yeah, but I was thinking maybe we could still do it, just to, like, if we had our own link pair. But do we have something to deal with the 1/1? I guess becomes the question.
Yeah, I mean, any command at least addresses it.
Those commands could very well be just sitting in our hand, you're right. All right,
close combat.
Yep.
That answers it.
It does indeed
Yeah,
answer.
not respecting the close combat there is a whole reason we're even in a spot where we can play for games still. Yeah, I was going to say, draw for turn, you don't draw a token. But to all 17 folks watching the stream, welcome. We are in the middle of round 1. This is one of the games we're joining in the middle of here. And it is white-red versus blue-green.
All right, so we get our 3/3.
Or Blue, red, blue, red, blue, green. My bad.
Play another Death Scythe, and man, I realize we we didn't set up a fourth attack, so we still are in the same position where we have to find a way to clear board and get rid of now 2 attacks.
The alternative is just having a base to play down to. That also works.
That does get around it for us here.
Yeah, for 1 turn.
So we're gonna attack where?
Probably in the base. And it's the only place we can attack into. We got 2 RXs during pair effects. And we see a Monolith Corpse.
Do we have it?
Armor of the Hand. So now that plays around base being a potential out. We see a base, and we're tapping 2 for a token. It's a 1/1.
Oh yeah, the Amuro kind of ruined the game plan. I feel like potentially we shouldn't have attacked then, right? Like,
I mean, you have to close damage out eventually.
Yeah, but like after you clear the base and did 1 damage, right? Now you just need 2 attacks to survive, and you don't necessarily have to go in for that last one. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That is true.
Like, you have lethal with 3 bodies, and you knew you were gonna make a 4th, so now your opponent has to clear 2, or has to clear at least 3 bodies when you're only allowing them to clear 2 rested. Oh, the health size just 5 damage.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we're fools. Yeah, no, the health side is just.
Oh, it's on screen. It's on screen. It has 5
Yeah.
attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Math was guaranteed. Math was guaranteed then.
Yeah, so we were gonna need like, no, nothing would have gotten us over that hump at that point then.
Me totally thinking it was a 4 or 5 this entire time. Like, man, this math just pilot fixed it, guarantees it, but it was already fixed to begin with.
It was clear either way. Unfortunate.
But that almost wraps up the round entirely. Got 7 of 9 matches complete. This one's going to be spinning, so it'll be 8 of 9 complete. So we only have 1 other table in action right now.
Oh, is that table 6?
Yep, table 6.
Fair enough. Let's go ahead and jump in. And switch screens.
And something tells me, seeing this board state, yeah, they just wrapped up too.
Oh, okay. No, don't even have time. Don't even have time to change it. Let's go to the commentator screen. Let's fix Eagles' situation so I can show you guys where we're at. And yeah.
Yeah, that's true, Chris. We are very used to seeing winged maths.
Yeah.
Only had to do it for a few months, and it wasn't even played that much.
Let's see. All right, we got you on screen. Yeah. Yeah. Soon.
Yippee.
Too used to seeing Wing Gundam. Yeah, no, it's kind of crazy seeing like when a Gundam's just like base power 5. Like that still feels off still. But it's only it makes you wonder where they go next, right? That's like always like the big question in my mind when it comes to like a fledgling card game. Like, you know, power creep's always going to be inevitable, but it's like, in what ways do they choose to power creep the game? Like, are we going to see like, and you know, One Piece, like early on we saw a 6k leader and everyone was like, wow, what, 6k leader, that's crazy. So in this game it's like, is it like a 3 health pilot that would like take us to the next level, or like a zero attack 3 health pilot? Is that the power creep we're looking for? Or?
So this is probably a better question for you. What do you think's more meaningful, being a 4/5 or a 5/4?
Ooh, I think it always depends on the board state, right? Like, I guess if you're a deck that's looking to trade bodies, typically more health is more important, because then you could live through your aggression. But then like we just saw, like being able to be 5 clearing bases is like a huge difference.
Yeah, 5 attacks big for bases, but 5 HP is big because any pilot means you're playing around all the 5 HP effects.
Yeah, so it really, I mean, it's just gonna have to be one of those things. Like, we'll see when we get there in like a more develop, at least I guess a more complete card pool, I guess I should say.
Yeah, let's hop to table 1 so we can see white-green in action for a full game.
All right, nice. Oh, another Digimon player.
Yeah, that gets you excited every time, doesn't it?
Every time. We're out there. It's great to see.
Yeah. Yeah, really excited to see, like I said, a bunch of different cards seeing play. Yeah, 5 power to destroy bases, but 5 HP to survive blockers is massive. Yeah, they both matter a whole lot. So I think it's always going to be an argument of like, okay, what do you prefer, 1/2 pilots or 2/1 pilots? I think in general, you want 1/2 pilots because you can always fix the stat body that's being attached to.
Yeah.
To make the math make more sense.
I can kind of agree with that. Especially, I feel like once like, it might be one of those things where it's like when you have a 4 attack Gundam, the two health pilots are way better because like you're not really needing. It's very rare that you need to attack more than the 5, right? Like 5 is kind of like the power ceiling of this game is like kind of where I rested in my head. Surely there will be a Gundam pairing or two that'll hit 6 health. But like for the most part, I feel like once you hit 5 damage, you don't really need to go above that. You're clearing bases. You're clearing if you're clearing all Gundams that aren't piloted with specifically a 2 health pilot. So after that, just more health is just more bodies.
Yep, and it looks like we are opting for mulligan here for one of our players, both our players' sides.
Looks like
maybe?
both of
Yeah,
them.
both players. Both players are committing to a mulligan here, which, unlike Digimon, for anyone coming from the Digimon background, you look at your 5, you don't like it, put a bottom, draw your next 5, then shuffle up, and then you place your shields down. This guarantees you get 5 unique cards, which I know we've said so many times. It's just such a nice thing to guarantee like unique cards.
Yeah, and I also the key thing too is like the guaranteeing the shuffle afterwards is I think really nice. I think it makes mulliganing a different decision because it's like, right? Because in when we were testing mulligans in Digimon, we did the look at the 5, put it to the bottom, take a new 5. And then, but like you would always, you basically just said goodbye to those 5 cards, and it's kind of nice to know that those 5 cards are at least going to be back in rotation in some essence. But yeah, if your starting hand has some good starter cards in it, but you still are thinking about mulliganing, it makes it more of a risk because you're not going to get those cards.
Yeah, it's actually a really interesting key point to just bring up for anyone who doesn't remember. Digimon mulligans are very different than what they are now. And it's a really good change for what they are. It made control decks have more advantage, but control decks don't really get to the bottom of the deck like that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But these turns all being pretty quick, early, draw, pass. Yeah. Playing a Dara Ball Day on level 3, 2 cost, so we're keeping our EX resource. Drawing into a level 3 on the other side. We're probably going to be playing another 2-drop body as well. Pretty common to see those, but we're showcasing I have a white card, you have a blue card. We don't know the other half of your deck identity yet, but we will figure it out as we get there.
And we're just going to clear the EX base right here real quick. Going to rest 5 for, a Launcher Strike Gundam. So already on the defensive, we're going to be able to trade into the Raziel. Or Razzle. Yeah, Razzle. Mm-hmm. Being able to trade into the Razzle with our blocks is huge. Go ahead.
So yeah, now I'm just like forward thinking for this game. Mm-hmm. How important do you think it is to have a team in these tournament scenes to scout out what color combinations your opponent or teammates can see at the top tables?
Oh, that's such an interesting conversation. It leads me into a different question, but like that stuff is always valuable. Like I'm gonna be real. Every time I do compete at it, like I just remember one of the first events I ever competed in Digimon. I had a friend go like 0-1 drop and just wanted to enjoy the convention we were at, and eventually it became like I had a really good run going and they would just tell me everybody's decks. Like, yeah, and like that was like it was like in Digimon it ends up being like okay information to have, mostly just because like Digimon's not like the kind of game where like you can that influences your early plays too much, but like
Gundam, I think
it does.
It doesn't matter in like One Piece either. You see the leaders before you mulligan. Mm-hmm. But if you know you're playing against blue-white, you're not going to make plays that leave 4 HP blockers vulnerable to being tapped.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're playing against white-green, you would probably be a little bit more greedy on playing 4 HP blockers.
Right. Blue-green here is struggling with the with just the blocker setup right now. Like nothing we have really clears anything we want to do. But that also leads into my next question is with One Piece in particular, a game that does get to enjoy top cuts from time to time. How do you feel about open decklist top cuts? Because I don't think Bandai really supports the idea of an open decklist top cut.
I think it's required if you're doing
I
a
think
two-day
so.
event. I think it should be open.
Mhm.
Like, sure, if you're running a tech one of, like, if you're playing against people who are on a big test team and
Mhm.
they have the advantage of having someone scout out while you're a person that's just playing on your own, you don't have a team, you're at a disadvantage the whole time.
No, I
And that's
100% agree. I think all top cuts should be. Maybe this is like my Magic background, but you're a different background from that. So I'm like, it should all top cuts should just be open deck list. But is that Siege Ploy?
it
What
is a siege play, so we are tapping down one blocker, and we're just gonna say I'll tap with the other blocker. Sure, you get a reach, but Hero Yui goes to hand. We're showcasing we are a green secondary deck.
Oof.
Losing focus, trying to refocus here real quick for the camera.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
That burst is too powerful. Burst is too powerful.
It was too cool. It'll fix. And the board state's pretty clear. Our opponent keeps our like the angle of our opponent's webcam's pretty sufficient in making sure that nothing's being hidden. So even a little bit of blur is not going to really decimate the validity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just weird timing for the camera to refocus, but yeah, it's both hands are clear where they are. There we are. There's the focus.
Yeah,
there we are. Back to 1080p, chat. Back
Sweet.
to 1080p. But anyways, so having RX paired is so powerful for your turns,
Oh
which is why we are able to get the breach and destroy the 3/4 blocker.
Mm-hmm.
But it made a decision like, hey, are we going to be blocking this? Or are we letting it through? But we just acknowledge, like, if we let you through, you get the damage, and then I trade into you anyways. I might as well guarantee the trade while I can with my lower stat body.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. But here, like, the RX can swing over the Perfect Strike Gundam. We'll be repairing any kind of trade damage we do. Razzle went in. We could trade into the Razel, but that might not be in our favor either, especially if we don't have Archangel on board.
Yeah, and I think we're just assessing, like, hey, what's the best math here? We're tapping 4, so what are we going to see? It looks like we're seeing an Ale, tapping 1. Are you going to put Hero? It looks like we are putting Hero in there. We're going to be bouncing to Rezel. We have, was it, 6/5 blocker now? And just passing it to our opponent. We're just saying, hey, let's hopefully draw into better top end here. We have, was it, 4, 5. We're level 6, so we should be able to play anything in our hand at this point.
Oh, and we just have the link pair with Wing Gundam. That's gross. I imagine that's gonna go straight into. I imagine we just go in straight into the Perfect Strike. But either way, we're gonna represent. We could trade our big top ends to each other. Bless you.
Oh gosh. Down the wrong pipe there. Ooh, Archangel is first base here. We're going to draw the life, even though we know the breach from Wing's going to trade over and get rid of the base.
Drawing more cards is good.
Swinging.
Oh,
we're not swinging
really?
with Wing.
That seems
Curious
interesting.
on the reasoning for that decision. We might be respecting our opponent having duo. There's Death Scythe.
Do we have the pair? And we have the pair. Wow.
So we get a ramp one, and now we also get first strike on the swing, and we don't even lose the card advantage here. We're actually +2 in hand now, which is probably the reason why they didn't swing with the Wing.
Oh.
Because, like, he is just acknowledging, hey, if my opponent has this, I'm in a bad spot.
Mm-hmm.
And we're burning the EX resource, tapping 2, and it's a Lifrith blocker here. So now we have these blockers protecting our Death Scythe because we acknowledge this is our top end. We want to make sure it stays nice and healthy.
I think we only get the first strike for our first turn, though. So after that, it's just a big stat body ready to attack into us every turn for
exactly
6 damage. Jesus. I think we can attack into any of these blockers. You might as well just attack into Lithrid. Get rid of the
Yeah,
base.
I think it's the only one you can attack into because I think it has to be level 4 or lower, and everything's a level 5 at least.
Oof.
Right?
Is perfect 4? Or is it 5? I can't remember.
Regardless, it's close, and regardless, they're going to block and make it a Lifrith trade anyways.
Yeah, perfect strike is a level 5. You are right.
Yep, and he said, yeah, you're not going to be swinging into my Death Scythe. Death Scythe will go on my terms, not yours.
Fair enough. We do get the we're gonna play a white base. Yeah.
And there's a Rezo.
No blocker.
Turn back to our opponent.
But I guess blue-green doesn't have blockers.
Yeah, white gives us the advantage of having blockers. Blue gives us the ways to go hand plus and have better card economy.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're debating, are we trading our Death Scythe into their wing? And I think we are, because like their high value unit is a bit more higher value than our unit, but no, we're actually not.
Going for base.
Does that mean we have another Death Scythe in hand?
Potentially. I mean,
I'm trying to think. Siege play wouldn't matter. If it was like an unforeseen instant, then the one resource up would matter a whole lot more.
I guess there's value just like getting rid of the token generator turn after turn, letting your opponent have essentially a free body every turn is not great. Do we have the pilot? We have the pilot. Do we have the link pair? We have the link pair. Oh, that's just gonna go into. It's gonna get rid of the token, and then you just swing into the Wing Gundam with the -2 during the attack. You do, I believe, survive this. Not. Oh no, you don't. Interesting. Fair enough.
Yeah, seeing the Hero Yui pilot underneath Ale is just so funny to me after seeing like for weeks, like you only saw Hero underneath Operation Meteor pilots, but now we're seeing the what is it called, like the cross deck building a different Gundam era series generations. I'm not sure what the correct term there is.
Series? I think series is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so like, sure, we may have more life than our opponent does here, but our opponent has such a scary board, like so much top in.
Another white base is huge. I think we trade our Razzle, or do we attack life? Do we just keep pressuring life?
Well, Rezo doesn't even get rid of the Death Scythe. It's a 6/6.
Oh, true, and that's the only thing? Dang.
Yeah, like we could trade and then make a 3/3, but that doesn't even feel good. Yeah, 2 for the vanilla wing, 1 to put Hero U underneath, and it is a link pair, so we do have a few extra stats. It's just going to be a really quick block. It says, you know what, I will give my non-link stack for your link stack.
And we're just going to make the token, or... Where was that 2 spent? Oh.
Yeah, just making the token again. Yeah, one thing that Ludian brought up last week that's actually a really interesting point is like, okay, if you make a token, put a pilot under it, because if they bounce it, you get the pilot back. So you're not losing like all the value. You're at least getting the extra stats back, and they're basically recurring value, right?
Right. And especially if it's like an Amuro, right?
With win paired effects that are generic, it could be a really big difference.
We just pass there with 1 resource up. Health Scythe goes in. It's going to be able to clear the base in one go. Do these blockers attack, though? If these blockers attack, we could be inviting a little too much aggression, but... Ooh,
St. Gabriel's Institute coming down. You add the life to hand, but then you look at top 2, and you basically stack your deck with one of the cards, and the other one goes to the bottom. Much like tearing up the invitation, you know?
I guess your favorite lore bit in this game right now.
Dude, once someone explained that meme to me with it, I'm like, dude, this is hilarious now.
Yeah, we still got a ton of resources.
Yeah, just trying to map out like what's the best way to play out this turn. Are we going to put more blockers up? Are we going to go in the offensive because we have a chance of going into our opponent's life? seeing a lot tap down, probably, or 2 tap down. So was a Lifrith, it's a Darabalde. Nothing to bounce here with it. But we do have an Ale Strike,
Wow.
and we have 5 of 6 units on board. We're almost at board capacity.
Just going
Not something you
wide
say
and not
too
going
often.
aggressive. Yeah.
So there's no reason to swing unless I'm winning the game. So I'll just take my Death Scythe swing every turn I can. I'm winning the timer eventually.
Yep.
If you play a base, go for it, man. You get out of the card to hand, but I can still destroy the base in one swing.
All right, so where do we go?
But yeah, for everyone here in chat, just because I'm curious, what are we hoping to see more tonight? Is there any color combination y'all's want to see if we have the option to? So if you guys have preference, we can definitely make an attempt.
This is such a tough spot for blue-green. I don't think blue-green can really see the underside of this. An RX-78 with a pilot could help, but it's just that far behind, honestly. This is really what our issue is. We're gonna attack Rezel into, I guess, into the perfect or Ale Strike.
Doesn't matter. We give a 3/4 blocker. We keep our 4/4 blocker. You gotta swing into it if you want it.
Yep.
And now the debate is: do we want to keep our 4/4 blocker that has a wind pair effect, or no? It's actually a trade.
Ooh,
You guys want to see white
Death
green?
Scythe. Wow.
Why? I mean, yeah, you have to get rid of Death Scythe. It's big. It's scary. We have 1 card in hand now, though. To our opponents, at least was it 3 or 4?
Yep.
Yeah, immediately tapping 1.
Another base. Wow.
Archangel drawing a life. I mean, to be fair, you get a restand a blocker, so it gives you a little bit more value.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe do a monocolor tournament, and maybe in the future, Grimsler. We definitely need more cards in the pool before we can force a monocolor.
Yeah, I think we'd probably at least need to be fully revealed into the starter decks plus the full set.
Yeah. And we gave a duo to our opponent with a Death Scythe on board. That's scary.
That is terrifying.
Yep, Archangel restand the AL. Makes sense.
All right, tap another. Oh, our own Death Scythe plus Perfect Strike or Launcher Strike Gundam. So the board is once again just littered with blockers.
Yeah, it says, sure, you can try doing your Death Scythe first strike trades, but you're only getting 1 card of value for free. At best, you get my base or you get a life, and I'm set up for lethal this next turn.
Y'all going to Anime Expo or Gen Con for the Gundam stuff? No, I can't go. I can't afford to go to either of those. Especially Gen Con. Gen Con is so expensive. And then Anime Expo's, that's in California, right? That's also really expensive.
Yeah, I'm nowhere close to Anime Expo, but I will be going to Gen Con. I'm already contracted to work it.
Ooh,
I don't know
nice.
what I'll be doing yet, but I'll be helping out play TCG as normal.
Nice.
Yeah, there's the duo on the Death Scythe, going for a first strike swing, most likely. Get rid of the blocker while we can, take no damage in return. And then we're going to see a Rick Dom and a vanilla Gundam on our opponent's side. We're out of cards in hand. That means everything is written on the boards. Unless we get something in life to burst. That could just be game, though.
And even then, we have an extra body to spare on top of that.
Overflowing Affection for a little bit more hand quality in case we need a pilot. We get to pitch one of these cards here.
Do we have our own duo to potentially...
Pitching Overflowing with Overflowing, fair enough.
That's funny.
Maybe he says this is the highest quality hand I'll need for the game, so let's go ahead and start swinging. Swinging out, first card is Wing Gundam. Nothing you care about.
Perfect Strike goes in, and that's Overflowing
It's a show.
Affection, swing L Strike, and we just scoop it up. We got nothing else.
Yep, and that's game. Nothing you can really do there. It's a game of board back and forth. But yeah, he's keeping both pilots. He said, you know what? Maybe the pilots will come up more than second Overflowing, which is fair.
A pilot to go... Yeah, because your pilot could take one of these bodies above 5 health, or 5 attack, and then you could actually swing over a base that potentially pops out. I like that.
Yeah, like the only thing you would be digging for, I guess, is like another link pair, but I don't think
Mm-hmm.
it matters at that point.
All right, I think we can. Is there another table you know of? Otherwise, we could just go straight to table 2. Yeah, I see you.
I was going to say we just go straight down table 2. We get blue red and we get a showcase, so white red. So more red combinations for chat there. We read you, chat. We read you. Being in Florida, it's a little hard with all these Central and West Coast events. I will say you at least had Card Fest in your backyard.
God, that was sick.
For Florida. That was a really nice thing that y'all had. For once, I will say you don't get too much. You did have PPG and was it Versus Games is the other TO down there?
We have TOs, but they never host events. That's all I know. That's as far as that conversation goes. Yeah, they always get contracted to do like events up in like North Carolina or something,
like an expo of some sort. Oh, okay, I got you.
It's more of like, yeah, no, because I would be fine if they did like a, even though like I feel like people never liked the idea of hosting an official tournament in like in a convention where you have to pay the convention entrance fee and the tournament fee, but I think I always saw that as like, all right, we are getting it, and the company gets to be a little like gets to profit a little bit off of it and make things cheaper on themselves, and so I always respected that. But yeah, I don't know what it is, but when it comes to East Coast events, they always seem to go to Virginia or North Carolina for some reason. I have no real answer as to why that is.
Yeah, it looks like this game also just wrapped up too. Yeah, no, but they're both down to one base, and they said, you know what, if you got at this point. Nothing else I can do here.
I'll just keep going down the list then. Table 3. No, table 3's wrapped up. Table 5. Table 5 is heated battle. All right, nice.
I like those Roman numeral dice.
So
how's
mean.
blue-white doing? We only have one blue-white player tonight, actually. Unless it's considered other, which I'll be real, I haven't read what the other decks are.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only one that's classified as blue-white tonight. I guess I can take a look now.
All right, I will be right back, chat. But we got, it looks like white blue versus white green. I can't really actually, no, it's white green. It's a white green mirror. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, definitely a powerful color combination. We just saw showcased in the last round, or the start of this round, I should say. But utilizing the new duo Maxwell with Death Scythe is so strong. It just gives you so much board advantage and tempo because you're getting at least one free card when you're trading with it. It's just the highest value trade combination you have. Wing Gundam's pretty close because instead of saving a card's worth of damage, no red purple. No, we don't have any purple. Purple's not even leaked like for what any of the cards do. We don't even know their gimmick or mechanic yet. I mean, it is purple, so we're probably assuming some reanimation gimmicks of graveyard work, but I think it's the only thing we could really have, or some type of like resource destruction like One Piece has. Because I think One Piece is Dawn Minus, which is kind of unique in purple, and then grave effects like Digimon has. I don't think there's a purple for Fusion World or Dragon Ball because you have black instead, and black has like this other mechanic. I think it's like Overworld or Otherworld. Overrealm. I think it's Overrealm and Masters, and then Black's gimmick in Fusion Worlds based off of the token, like the EX resource. They generate EX resources, and they get bonus effects if they use an EX resource.
No red, purple. We don't have any purple cards yet.
So I'm saying, like, we don't even know what the gimmick is. I was just going over all the purple mechanics in other One Piece or in other Bandai games. One Piece being Dawn Minus.
At first, I thought it was gonna be First Strike because until Death Scythe, I don't think we had any card with First Strike on its tag.
No, I don't believe we did.
But other than that, I guess I expect something to be announced at Gen Con or Anime Expo. That's probably because we are getting pretty close to set release, and it's supposed the game is it's not a staggered release of colors, right? We are getting purple in set 1.
Are we? I don't think we are.
Oh, we are not? Oh, okay.
No,
so it
I
is
don't
a
think we
staggered
are.
release. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, unless I'm misremembering, I don't remember them announcing it. But also, I think we would have seen some purple at some point.
Oh, that's fair.
Because we've
Chill.
seen a lot of the other colors, and it just wouldn't make sense for them to be clumped up at the end.
Any idea when we can order structure decks from Bandai? Directly from Bandai? Probably never.
I mean, One Piece had direct orders at one point, but it's super slow.
For their starter decks, really?
Not starter decks, for booster boxes. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, because of those like in-person stores. Yeah, I actually never followed the purchase directly from Bandai thing.
Well, it was like a P Bandai order. You were able to order booster boxes for like briefly for some sets. I remember like set 6, I think it was. You can order booster boxes on P Bandai, but it was super slow.
Oh, wow. And yeah, we're not getting purple to the second starter deck.
Like
Oh,
the
I
second
see.
starter deck wave.
Yeah. Got it. Purple might be a little bit of everything since Barbados color is blue and white and red. Oh,
Like, are we talking like the different traits and tribes that he could be part of?
Maybe.
Chat, you have to fill in me a little bit of Gundam lore here. Are you saying like Barbados is like not exactly Operation Meteor, White Base Federation?
I think they're
Like,
just talking about the colors of the Gundam. Like the straight up just like paint.
Oh, I mean, I don't think the paint really influences anything at this point.
Yeah.
It's just like the thematic for how they want the color to play.
No, I agree. I could be wrong though. I could be an incorrect interpretation of mine. This is a pretty tight game though. Blue, green, white has been able to clear the board. Or what is this? Octopath Traveler playmat has been able to clear the board. And I think the other side. What is that other side? Is that?
Oh, Grayson says you can order the assemble starter decks through P Bandai this May.
Oh, interesting.
That
Okay.
that one makes the most sense.
Yeah, because they sell the Gundam kits. I can see that.
Yeah, they're keeping animes to certain colors. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was really noticing and looking at.
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of their MO, right? For Bandai, like in the beginning, like One Piece in the beginning, purple was the Animal Kingdom pirates, red was Straw Hats, and now look at us.
I guess that's true.
There's
I
a
didn't even
Luffy of every
think
color.
Yeah, we got purple Luffy leader. We got. I guess there's like the dual color green Luffy leaders. There's no mono green one yet.
There's a yellow, there's a red, there's a green, there's a black, there's a. I think we have a Luffy leader of every color. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just maybe not a mono of each color, but there's
Yeah.
at least a split. Because I don't think there's a mono yellow Luffy yet. It's just the yellow black one.
Mm-hmm. I don't think there's a mono black. There's no mono green. There is a mono blue, but that was like a promo.
It's also bad.
It's also bad.
Oh, Strike Pack. That's a card we haven't talked about in a moment.
Such a good card, man. Actually insane. Now we're still in such a good spot though. We attack with the wing. We still get the breach. And then yeah.
Hero you to hand.
Archangel
if you want to,
restand.
you don't have to. Yeah. Yeah, that's. I think it's basically wraps here.
Yeah, if we have like a 1-drop maybe, but nah, just keep going. Barbados in the series has no affiliation. They make their own clan, the Arbon Orphans. Everybody has their own clan. No one is affiliated with each other like mercenaries for hire. That's fair, but like I still think they'll probably like they'll still probably lump them up together somehow. And we play a token and then play a pilot underneath the token, but I don't think much is going to be able to be happening here unless we have a command of some kind, right? 5 attack.
Has to be unforeseen or Witch and the Bride. But yeah, it looks like that is game there. We are scooping up.
Ah, unfortunate.
Yeah, that should be the end of this round, or just about the end of this round.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Making pretty good time, though. One of the fun parts of playing best of one games, I know we say it every single week, but it really is. And this week, being able to showcase so many more colors, strategies, and decks is just so nice.
Yeah. But it'll be purple. It'll be purple, and then we'll start. We'll see what second color they put Iron Blooded over in cards for the starter deck. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just I just don't think like I don't see it as a like, oh, this like it's not like Digimon, because I feel like in early Digimon they really did like, this is a purple Digimon, hence we're gonna put it to purple. They really did that. Go ahead.
Devimon's locked behind the purple color. You will never see him anywhere else.
Yeah, exactly. Like they really took like, oh, like Vmon for instance was like, he's blue because his skin is blue. They definitely did that for a while, but I don't see them doing that for Gundam, especially since every main Gundam is blue, white, red. Sometimes you add black, right? Like, so that's just not gonna. Sometimes they have yellow, but there's no yellow in this game, which is funny. I do think it's funny that this game not only has only 5 colors compared to all the other Bandai card games, but yellow is missing. And white, I think the only other card game to have, Bandai card game to have white as a straight up color is Spirits. Battle Spirits, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no yellow, got white instead. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we get like this defensive blocker-esque color, which is like black in Digimon.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really have life manipulation, which I think is probably good for this game. Yeah, white's the support color though, Chris.
Yeah, white's not a deck color in Digimon, unless like we don't talk about
D-Reaper.
We don't talk about
or Eos.
We don't talk about. I mean, Eos is okay. We don't talk about the new one either. Eaters. Yeah, I'm so upset that they don't have levels, man. I just, oh my god, Blow just blew a casket seeing that.
I was gonna say, you're not a purple player though.
I'm a
blue Chris knew exactly where we were getting at. He is already reading our minds.
Yeah. I'm a blue player though, or at least all my cards are blue. I'm not a blue player. My favorite cards are blue though.
Yeah. Also, rip big Ukomon deck, the other white deck that got hit inadvertently.
Oh boy, was that ever a deck though? Like that?
No.
Like...
I saw someone brought it to my webcam locals once because they cheated out the rookie Lucamon Serrazing, so I didn't have to pay the hefty costs. That was it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure one day that big Ukomon effect might be relevant, and the second Lu might be but it's just we don't have enough names, and you need so many names. But regardless, like, how do you feel about like having your model kits in your card game though? Like, they're really trying to push. I don't know how I feel about the whole starter decks coming with the little token model kits, and then pushing tokens. Assemble like. I don't know. Like they're trying. I feel like they're trying to like. I don't know. I feel like they're trying to get people into like doing other things with Gundam. Like they're really trying to use like the Gundams. Like, oh look, Gundam, here's your first little model kit. Oh, you like model kits? Go buy a big one now. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel.
They're gonna sucker us in. They're gonna sucker us in.
Yeah, because I'm just like, it just feels so forced. Like, because like Digimon, it's like, oh, they have other things. They have like V-Pits, the games, but like they're not doing them. And I guess One Piece they can't do that because it's a different world entirely. But
I mean, they're going to sell out anyways. They don't need to incentivize you any other way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but that being said, I mean, we still have 3 minutes on the clock. How many tables are still up? I think
just one. I'm kind of watching it. It's like. It's kind of close to over, but it's also got potential going to time still.
All right, let's hop over. Why not? Table 3.
You're going to 100% use assemble kits for tokens, and you've never built a model kit. I respect it, Grayson. Like, I think it'll be a fun experience. Like, having Ludian last week just explain like how easy it was to get into the model kits.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Mm-hmm. I would say that like, are they gonna mark what the front of the air quotes card is though? Because like, what if you're trying to rest it? How do you indicate that the token with its circular base is rested. That was just
That's true. You just tip it over sideways.
Like checkmate it. Checkmate your own token.
How do you show damage on it? I guess you put it on the little circle base.
Oh, it could be like hero clicks. That one I get. You just do hero. Have you ever participated in hero clicks?
I know of hero clicks, but I have not participated in hero clicks ever.
Okay, so hero clicks, little model kits, same thing. I have a little base, and the click part is like there's this click wheel in their circular base that you use to count up damage. So it goes tick, 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 and every tick is like a tick of damage. So, and there's actually like a little display counter on it there, so you can have that for the damage on a Gundam. Oh, that's so good. They should do that. They need to cop that.
Bandai, if you're listening, put little clicks for damage on the units.
Listen, Bandai is after that Warhammer money. I mean, I guess I feel like Warhammer still maybe this is hating, but like Warhammer is just it's its own niche. People really like the people who like it really enjoy it and are willing to pay the price point to stay involved in Warhammer, and that's great for them. I'm happy that they have a successful world, but I still consider them niche. Like, is it really like, it's not the same as saying like I'm going after Pokemon, you know? Like there's money there. Yeah. How do you all feel about set rotation? It does keep the meta fresh, but would it suck if you like a certain card but you're not allowed to play it? I am pro rotation in every card game, Grimsler. I feel like any card game would be made better through rotation. However, the company and the product release schedule has to facilitate and support it. Yeah. So like you're saying, like it would suck to have of my favorite card and not be able to play it. That's supported through legacy tournaments and stuff. Or what's the better word?
Formats.
Expanded
Wild,
formats.
Expanded, yeah. Other formats.
Mm-hmm. But on top of that, I guess for me, maybe particularly, I don't get attached to a card. I get attached to a character, right? So I'm like, as long as there's a Wing Gundam that's playable, I'm happy, right? Like, I'm not saying that Wing Gundam's my favorite, but you get where I'm going with that statement.
You're going to get put to a position where the only Gundam you have is like a Wing Gundam vanilla. You're like, man, it's my Wing Gundam though, man. It's all I have.
Yeah, I could see that being lame, but I don't know. I feel like rotation's just necessary for card games, personally.
Yeah, if it's designed well with it and you can tell it's intentional, it's great. If it's not designed, like Digimon wasn't really designed with rotation. We're 21 sets in now with all the extra half sets.
I still think Digimon can convert its way into rotation. Like I said, it needs the support of the company to do it, but you can't just go into Digimon and say, all right, abandon blocks 1 and 2, right? You can't do that. That would not work.
I think it's just too far in at this point where they just have to support Legacy regardless.
Fair enough.
But like One Piece, it's so young. It's at perfect time when they announced it. I think it's great.
Yeah, but One Piece also has the era of kind of like has the limited pool of characters that I feel like Gundam also will have going forward. I mean, like, there's a 1,000 something Digimon out there, right? Whereas, like, I don't think there's 1,000 One Piece characters. And, like, that we're already seeing it, right? We're seeing, our 8th or 10th Luffy leader, right? So I think, like, rotation really helps. Like, people can still play their favorite characters, just not XYZ version of that character. And I think that's an okay trade. Like, there's always going to be a Luffy leader. There's always going to be, this pirate representation somehow in the card game.
Yeah, we also got a new Nami leader before
exactly.
male Nami rotates.
It will be sad to see some of those niche leaders go, but I think in One Piece it's just there's too many problematic cards that like stay for too long, and then like it really does limit them making new cards in the future.
Yeah, you can't give draw cards because Nami exists.
You can't give draw cards because Nami exists. You can't you can't print just another Nami searcher, right? Otherwise, like, eventually your decks will become like hyper optimized version of every searcher you have available to you for that color pair, and then there's no point in printing a new searcher or a new utility card because like you're like it daisy chains into itself too well. With a what's it called, a legacy card pool like that. And you see that, like you see it in Magic, like or even in Pokemon. People, like when you expand your formats in those card games, you see that people just default to the most efficient version of any card, and that's all you see in the competitive environment, and that kind of stagnates things.
Yeah, looks like we did wrap up our round there.
Nice.
We're going into our next round. So let's take a look. Let's go to table 2. We haven't showcased blue-white yet tonight. I about stuttered when I said, I'm like, do we want to? I'm like, it's been pretty.
Where's this, round 3?
Yep, round 3. So for anyone keeping track of our tournament right now, we have 5 undefeateds, potentially 2 after this. So next round's potentially last round, but there's a chance we go into 5 full rounds tonight.
All right, so we're there.
Yeah, we get to showcase our lone blue-white player tonight.
Ooh, exciting. Warhammer made 500 mil last year. It is niche, but apparently they're pretty profitable. I could see why Bandai wants it. That's fair. I mean, I'm not an expert in terms of what is a money pool worth it to go for usually, right? 500 mil is a lot, but like, is that a lot compared to like the sales of a Snickers bar, right? Like, you know what I mean? It's all in reference to one another. That's kind of how I see it. But man, maybe it is enough. Maybe there is something to be had there. To be fair, it was weird that, you know, Warhammer existed. Gundam had this whole model kit industry, like held by like at the top of this model kit industry, and there's a whole model kit-esque game that they were not involving themselves in at all. That definitely seemed weird.
Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. But both players are shuffling up. Looks like we've resolved mulligans now. We're going to be set up our life next. Then we'll be taking it away here in round 3.
Right. I mean, they still keep putting the block numbers on Digimon cards in case they decide to pull the trigger. They probably are just using One Piece as a guinea pig this time instead of Digimon. I can kind of agree with you, Chris P. It's just like, you know, obviously we got the announcement of, we had like the Q&A where they said we have no plans at this time, and it's like, of course they don't have plans at this time. They want to see how it goes for One Piece. But like I said, like I do not think that Digimon could just say, all right, set 1, set 2, or block 1, block 2, gone. Good luck. They cannot do that. They most definitely have to make an intentional design shift and product shift starting like at least a year prior.
Do you remember when they had the Ultimate Cup with like the pseudo rotation format?
Yeah, and it didn't sell out. It was such a small card pool.
It was also so complicated for deck building that you had to go on like the third-party deck building sites and type in Ulti Cup for the card pool they allowed.
Yeah, well, it's just because like I just feel like there was just not enough time to really, like, because I was really excited for that. It was just like I couldn't go to the first one or something, and they only had one tournament, and it was like, well, if you only have one tournament, what is this? What are we really doing here? But like the card, it's because they had so many, like they didn't have like a concrete like what isn't allowed on their site or something. I feel like if they actually went gung-ho for it, like we're gonna see, like with One Piece, there's gonna be random cards that are and aren't allowed, even though they're in the older block, air quotes. It's just gonna come down to like, I mean, Magic does it, Pokemon does it. It's not, it's not nothing that hasn't been handled by a player base in a third-party community before.
Yeah, looks like Blue-White Control has double filtered with double overflowing already. Dara Blade bouncing a unit here. I'm not sure what the unit was there. It was probably a Gaza D Sleeves or a Sniper. But yeah, we just said we're going to play Rezel now. Because if you bounce Guy again, I'm 2 turns behind in tempo, and I cannot recover from that.
Yeah. Let's see, where do we go? These early turns are so strange. Do we just play another Gundam? Do we clear the EX base, get that out of the way? I feel like we do. But then we're offering up, or we're ahead, right? As the water painting playmat. We're ahead, right? We have tempo, so we can attack into base. If they trade into our unit, great, because we have this turn to play 1 to 2 more units, and then we're still ahead on tempo. We're just gonna get rid of this. Is a play that I still find interesting to myself, to me, is when players opt to just sacrifice their own EX base. I guess the thought is like we're already looking down at a unit that can deal with the EX base in a single hit. However, that's still a hit that we essentially lost a life, right? And that's still like, I don't see the value.
Card, though, too.
Yeah,
you did draw the life, and that's something that you just like. Card advantage is so important in this game.
I feel like it just in the long run potentially costs us a tempo or an attack that like we could have been ahead on, in terms of like if you count attacks on board, right? We're now minus. We just added an attack that our opponent doesn't have to do on our opponent's side. And I feel like there's a lot of economy right now in this game in terms of how many attacks you get off in a single turn. It's like something like that happened a lot in early One Piece, is like, how many times did I attack life versus attacking a character?
Oh my gosh, double gun tank. We have not seen that card make an appearance in a moment.
Yeah, that's true. They're only ones, but they do get rid of the Dara Blade by itself. That's crazy. Or by themselves together.
Yeah. What's the Planet of the Apes saying? It's like one alone is weak, but like many together is strong. That's
together strong.
Yeah,
something like that.
That's gun tank. That's gun tank right there. One gun tank alone doesn't matter.
He's holding up the twigs and trying to break them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we're putting a perfect strike down on the Lifrith here. So we have these gun tank bodies on board. Not super powerful, but they give you a body to use Amuro on if you want to tap the units down. It is like key to early blue-green aggro decks.
You see the Gundam Lifrith. The Lifrith does it have blocker now when it's paired with perfect strike? Okay.
It's Lifrith is just a native blocker. It's a 2/4 blocker on top of that. So it's cost efficient because it costs 2 to play down, and it stops aggressive rush decks from really being like overwhelming.
Because of the bigger health pool, you can really kind of stop any aggression there. That makes sense. Like these gun tanks just can't go in.
Yeah, but I don't think you're going to unless you had a way to clear the base anyways, which is probably why the Rezel swing first.
Right.
We're going to see what happens here at the Rezel first. I think Levi's kind of showcasing his roots of like, hey, I was an aggro player before. How do I turn a more tempo control deck into a more aggressive deck? Let's run all these one-drop removal cards.
Do you block here? Is a big question I have. Do you block with your perfect strike?
I don't think you do. I think you just let the base go. Unless you're scared of your opponent having commands, I think it's always correct here.
I think it's always correct. Yeah, I think it's always correct to let the Rezel go, and now we can't attack with these gun tanks. Overflowing Affection is going to draw us 2 cards busted.
Yeah, Show of Resolve, putting us +1 hand. It's all good. It's all good.
One day.
We've seen both of them already in this set.
Yeah.
And I don't think Levi's showcased his second color yet, or.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Eron. Eron has not showcased. Oh, shoot, I was getting the players mixed up. I was thinking Levi was the one on top for him. I'm like, Levi's played a lot of aggro decks before, but he's actually playing a little bit more tempo. But no, he's on the blue-white control at the bottom.
All right, so we establish our own white base, making it kind of difficult for watercolors to attack the Barbados playmat.
Yeah, I will say tonight feels so refreshing though. After seeing weeks and weeks of blue-white, first time blue-white's not every single round. We actually had to go find the blue-white player.
Yeah. Oh, no, that changes our math a lot. Now we can attack into Oh, we're going for tempo. Okay. Oh, we're going for board, I should say. That's gonna untap a resource. We don't really have hand size. We haven't resolved an overflowing affection or gotten a card to hand. So we can't afford to not to attack with some of these. Oh, perfect strike. Yep. Take the token out of here. I think I think you have to attack the base with Lithorith.
Yeah, I haven't made the schedule for it yet, but we will be having a larger Gundam tournament in the future.
Ooh.
I know I've kind of pulled it before, but in preparation for Gen Con, I will be hosting a larger tournament scene to hopefully get more people into the scene, get a little bit of practice for the week leading up to the actual event. But for anyone interested in bigger Gundam tournaments, make sure you stick around, subscribe to the channel here, as we'll have updates through these weekly streams once we get stuff on paper and planned out.
Not attacking with the Lithorith. I would have attacked with it. I think a big mistake that sometimes happen. I feel like anyway, like I'm not an expert player by any means, but I feel like there's a mistake to be had here where players will only damage a base if they can clear it within a single turn or in a single attack. Whereas like if we had attacked with the Lithorith last turn, we could have done 2 damage, put the base at 3 life. Now our perfect strike could have gone in, cleared the base, and then we're not losing all these potential attacks constantly. Sure, that means the gun tank has 1 more attack it could have gone into. Okay, so we're gonna rest and we're gonna go for more board clear. Oh no, we do get rid of the base now. All right, yeah, see, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, Lithorith probably trades though.
Yeah. And from here, do we have a white base or a Archangel? Archangel would be disgusting. Nope. Looks like we're looking at tapping resting 4. There's the Ale Strike. Do we have the pilot to go with it? No, just the Lithorith.
It's just a Lithorith. And that's a turn pass. We have 2 blockers active on our board, 6 cards in our hand. So we're not losing the card economy at all in this set.
Where does it go? I mean, we don't have a board, but we do have a lot of resources, and we have a big hand. I think we've resolved a good amount.
At least 2 shows on both sides, at least 1 or 2 overflowings on the other. It's like we've seen a lot of card quality, card filtering.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to end up being like whoever manages to navigate these board states more effectively with cards.
All right, there's our white base. Staring down a lot. Ooh, going Amara Ray, rest the Ale Strike, and with 3 damage we can clear a Lithorith. And the secondary Lithorith won't be able to block. Or I mean, it can block, but it's not the most efficient of plays. Actually, a funny stat line interaction there. Actually, I'm going to rest. Oh. All right, rest 1. There is a Siege Ploy. Rest another card. 2 more. Ooh, this is the support card coming down to attack over the perfect strike with the Amaro Ray. That took a lot of cards just to clear a perfect strike Gundam, though. That was essentially 3 cards. That's rough. this Lithrid is free to attack into the support card, and now the Ale Strike with the damaged Lithrid will be able to oh, we have a command. So both will get cleared.
Yep, Indignation gives 3 attack, I believe. 2 or 3. Card that did recently get revealed, but hasn't really seen play. If it's first week being played, I don't think any of the other players played it though either.
Yeah, but that still took another. It's only a 1-for-1, and we cleared a body, so we're gonna go get our pilot, clear the base, which is huge. Clear a second card, and now we have 3 life.
Yeah, I think this is probably Levi's favor at the moment, just because he has such a strong, like, life advantage, card advantage at the same time, board, like everything is just, he's feeling to be in his favor at this time.
Oh wow, another
Ale, another Lithrid.
Why not? Why play the Strike Gundam? Why not get the token?
Because if a token is, I guess we're not playing against a bounce.
Right? Like,
I mean, you also get a blocker, which is,
yeah, I guess we are
a very important keyword.
Well, Strike Dagger is not a blocker, right?
Is that Strike Dagger?
Yeah.
Oh, that is Strike Dagger.
Yeah,
that is Strike Dagger.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't get freely bounced. You're right about that. So this is representing lethal and forces our opponents to have more. But card economy wise, we could have been a little safer. But either way, I think you're probably just right. Alright, so we would do another overflowing infection, but that leaves us with only 5 resources to play the game here. Looking like a 3-2 play. Hopefully it's some blockers. No, it's red. What am I saying? We're gonna go. Oh, our Zaku plus a pilot. No, is this a Zaku? Yeah, it is. It's a link pair that's gonna let us attack into where exactly? Oh, we're gonna trade an attack off, so this does clear. This does clear lethal. And Razzle hits the board. But yeah, I think white-blue is just so far ahead at this point. I think all these attacks are free to go sideways. Maybe only Strike Dagger goes sideways. Spawn our token. Ooh. No, we're going aggressive. We might just have the link pair. RX-78. Rest 4. Ale Strike. Swing. And do we have the pilot? We do. And that's game.
Yep, there's the pilot.
Oof.
The
rest of our hand.
Taking it, chat.
Our rest of our hand.
Blue-white. Got you a blue-white. Oops, all pilots almost.
Yeah, another show of resolve. So we had, if we didn't have game there, something happened if something happened in shields, like we could have, but nah. Alright, so we are going to, I guess let's go to another table. What table do we go to?
Let me peek table 1, see where we're at here. Table 1 looks like we're mid-game still, so be a good place to be, because we'll be here next round at least for sure. We have 2 undefeateds at the moment. Winner of this will be the 3rd, so we are guaranteed 1 more round, potentially 2, depending if the down pair wins.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
seeing
like
the
goes in.
swing here. I'm assuming it's a Death Scythe we have there on the board.
Yeah. It is a Death Scythe, and I guess we have the first strike keyword activating now.
Yeah, because it is paired with an Operation Meteor Pilot, which Hiro Yui is one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not a link, but it is does get the pair effect. Looks like we're trying to offer a trade here, and the trade is taken. Trade my 1 token for your 1 unit on board.
We want to probably spawn our token, our white base token now.
Yeah, because we're going to be making a bigger board. That's how it's pacing out.
Mm-hmm. Razzle hits the board along with... No, we're just going to pass the turn there.
1 resource up gives us potential command here. So what are your thoughts on the commands and action timing? Do you feel like it's a effect that people aren't using enough, or do you think it's being used a pretty appropriate amount so far?
I think it's being used a pretty appropriate amount. Like, at the end of the day, like, the game, at least in the starter deck spoiler era, the game doesn't facilitate enough draw to where, like, you want to limit your... Already, like, if you're not drawing pilot or Gundams, you're struggling, right? And, like, is a command, funny enough. But if you're not drawing Gundams, you're struggling. And we've already seen it a few times where drawing pilots and drawing commands just kind of flood. If you get flooded on those, you just don't really get to play the game as wonderful as supporting. The focus is still you need Gundams in the deck, right? And since we don't draw, like, you need to be consistently being able to see enough Gundams to get you across the finish line.
Yeah, that command keeping us alive for another turn. Are we able to convert it into a window?
Not with an Archangel, and not with an Archangel in play like this.
And 3 life in a blocker, yeah. You have to go for board and surviving.
Where do we go? I mean, we have 3 cards in hand. You can probably establish something. Like a wing and a Hiro Yui would have been disgusting, but probably not in the cards now.
Yeah, 1 means it's an Amuro. We're tapping down probably the blocker unit here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that charged Zaku also has so many layers of bodies to remove, too.
Yeah. Well, we are going to attack with our gun cannon into 1 attack. So now Death Sight's going to be able to go in and get the Zaku gone.
Yep. Taking 4 damage here and just a swing in the base. Saying we got to whittle you down eventually. You got the token on board, or the Zaku on board, but that's fine. I'm living at least another turn with this current setup. Once you remove that life, then I will debate on playing a base probably.
Mm-hmm.
But for all 17, 20 of y'all in chat, welcome. We hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. We're in the middle of our round 3 matchup. This is table 1. We are confirmed for a round 4, potentially a round 5, depending on how our down pair goes next round. But yeah, seeing like both players are down to 1 card in hand each, and just like assessing, are we going into face? Are we going to trade? I think we just have to go face as the top player here. Like, you don't have many bodies left. If the card in your hand's a base, you probably play it regardless. If it's a unit, you play it, just hoping it doesn't get tapped down. And yeah, it is.
A blocker's a pretty good unit, though.
It is a very good one. Now, are we trading or are we going face? I really think you just have to push face
I think
here.
you have to push face, yeah. I don't think trading's in your favor.
You know, like if you had like cards like Show of Resolve to at least go hand plus, you can argue you can play the late game, but I don't think you can.
All right. Oh no, we are training into the Amuro Array.
So we will go ahead and get our token. We are guaranteed that at least. And turn pass.
just want to say thanks to Risu for these streams. I how do I word this? Oh God. Thank you. Number one. But no, the stream is like the easiest thing that gets done, man. It like most of what I do is just off the back of Giants, man. Like if it wasn't for Eagle and his team, like we wouldn't. Who knows where we would be, man.
Yeah, I mean it's community effort at the end of the day. Like indignation or unforeseen incident doesn't really do anything meaningful there in life. But like we still need the player, we still need the communities, we need everyone to make these events possible. And the fact that we've seen so much already is huge. Like, and this is like before set one's revealed, guys, fully. And that's what makes it so exciting. Like every week we come back, we see something new. We see the same players coming back. We see lots of new faces. Like I think collectively we've had over 40 unique players at this point, which is pretty big.
Yeah. And what do we do? We only have one card in hand. All right, so it's our turn. We're still not attacking on the white, the Octopath side of play mats. Oh, there's a white base. That's huge for this.
Yeah, we do have like the pseudo spoilers for Tall Geese, but we don't have the official ones yet. So we'll get those sooner than later. No worries, chat. I know we're excited to put as many new cards as we can, but we want to make sure that's the quality proxy prints and then it's also the correct text too.
And I love this. I love that we're trying to go wide and just passing turn, leaving our opponent with only one card. Oh, it's the pilot. Oh, the top deck pilot wins the game. Oh my God. That's
just didn't have enough damage until then.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
But while players just wrapped up the game there, it's probably a good time to do what we call selling out here.
Yeah.
For anyone that's watching the stream, just to make sure give a little love to our streamer Risu here. But
yeah, so this is what we guys do. This is every Wednesday. We're going into round 4 of our weekly webcam series here for the Gundam TCG card game. Wait, Gundam TCG card game. That's
Gundam collectible card game, GCG.
GCG. Yeah. There's a difference. You're not supposed to trade these? Uh-oh.
Yeah, we're here every week with our weekly war tournament, Win a Resource. It's our way to keep the community active, keep tournaments going, make it interesting while playing for something fun as well.
Yeah, and then like if you guys wanted more information on the tournament, I got it here up on your screen. It's a $7 entry fee, best of 1, 30-minute rounds. Wait, no, it's actually, isn't it 35 minutes? We've been doing 35.
Yeah, it's 35.
Okay.
It's 35. It's 35 now, just because we're matching up with the suggestions for the pre-regionals. Now those run. So
technically, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're learning, we're adapting, so this slide gets outdated quicker than it ever means to be.
Yeah, I mean, we still don't have a TRM, right? We still don't know how like tiebreakers officially work. We still don't know how so much of this game like is supposed to be ran like on an official status position, right?
Yeah, exactly. But if anyone's new here, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the stream here. Show Risu some love, show him some support. If you guys want to see more content like this, show him the support as you can. I know he has a little channel member slide. If you guys aren't channel members already, you guys could become channel members. Supports him a little bit every month to show that you guys really do love this content. It gives you cool channel emotes and all that. Yeah, if you're not going to sell out for it, I at least will every once in a while. We got a breather moment. We got a chance to do it.
I appreciate you, man. Yeah, do we have another table, or are we just going to a little break? What's happening?
I think it's a good time to take a break before we go into our potential final round.
All right,
yeah, all 8 of 8 tables, so good time to get some water.
All right, let's go
right
get
back.
We'll be right back. Bye-bye.
Go.
And we're back. How's it going, everybody? This is round 4, potentially last round, potentially semifinals. We do have a down pair in table 2, so we don't know where it goes, but we'll find out together.
Yep, if table 2 down pair ends up losing, this is the last round. If they end up winning, we go one more round. They get a chance to still fight out for that champion spot.
Ooh. And most importantly, like, I mean, we have, or not most important, but more importantly, we have around 15 people watching. Like, this is week, I believe, 6 of the Eagle's Nest championship series.
Pretty close. Pretty close. Week 7.
Oh, all right. So we are in week 7 of the Eagle's Nest championship series. So these players aren't just playing for nothing. See, our top players every week are earning points on our seasonal ladder to one. At the end, we will get the top 8 point earners of our 11-week series, and they'll be playing out a best. I think it's a top cut best of 3.
Best of 3. Yep.
Yeah. They'll be invited to an exclusive tournament. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, you nailed it exactly. It's top cut best of 3 for top 8 point earners from the entire season. Takes your best 5 finishes. And I think we are featuring some of our top players in these tables right now. Like, our point leader is Nick, which I believe Nick is the down pair, or he's the one being paired up at table 2. But Taidana is the down pair, who is second on our ladder as the down pair in table 2. So our top 2 players are playing at table 2 right now.
Oh, that's so funny. And they are.
But that's...
And the tournament's not for nothing either, right? Like, they're playing for something. They're playing for a entire
sealed beta box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which the prices on those are, I imagine, are just only going up. Like, it's still the only way to get those dice. Number 1, right?
Yes, it is the only way to get the dice so far.
Which is, I think, is cool. I mean, I still feel privileged to have been able to get my own beta box here from the Bandai Card Fest in Orlando. That was a really fun time. You did a great job running that show. It was really cool. Ran smooth. I think you had like maybe a technical hiccup here and there, but like, I mean, other than that. But already have Archangel. Already have a Link pair. We're just gonna attack into it, and then the Strike Dagger is gonna very quickly get into that EX base.
Yeah, we're taking the trade. We're getting rid of the base. We're going to basically capitalize on our tempo as much as we can. We had basically the best early game we could get on the first turn curve. And then our opponent here on the second turn curve.
Alright, so where do they go from here? You're gonna play Perfect Strike.
Yeah, and something to point out, if you guys don't know, if you guys are new here, we do allow the use of proxies. We actually encourage them because game's not out, and you actually can't play Red without proxies of some sort. You got, at best, a demo deck sample cards, which aren't legal for tournament usage, but they're good enough to proxy and play in the decks with, and especially if you never got access to a beta box, we want as many players to play the game as possible.
And that goes beyond that Eagle's Nest allowing proxies goes beyond just beta kit format, spoiler format. Like, and even in Digimon, we allow proxies whenever, wherever, because we want to advertise the highest quality, not the highest quality, but the highest potential, competitive potential of all our competitors. If you don't have an expensive card, it doesn't matter. Just proxy it, because we want everybody to be playing the best versions of the decks they're trying to play, and that in turn creates a more complete competitive environment, I feel, especially allowing players to get true practice into complete decks and not being paywalled by them.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, you couldn't put it any better way than that. Like Digimon right now, we have $75 promos. People are proxying those $75 promos. They're saving $300 every tournament they play. You know what? Don't spend $75 on the promo. Spend $10 to play in the tournament instead. Digimon's $10. But yeah.
Well, Digimon has prize support right now because Gundam's got a little bit. We got the Hero Yui resources that our players play for every week, but outside of that, we don't have real cards to give you guys yet.
Yep. Yeah, we'll be excited to see when stuff comes out in set 1 how we can make these tournaments even better for all of our players.
So opting to... Oh, wait, no. Where did we attack?
We had Wing, so we attacked into a unit and breached.
Ah, okay. I just didn't know where that attack went, but it's gone now.
Yeah, it's into one of the units. Units did. So I can't remember. Were you... did I talk to you on the stream when I was started boiling water during our last round for Digimon? Totally forgot about it.
When was that? I remember this conversation. I can't remember if it was not. No, yeah, I do remember. Did you do it again?
I almost did it again.
How much water was left, bro? No.
There's a little bit. But I was thinking like, oh, we're guaranteed to end like 4 rounds. Like, no, we're not. We're not guaranteed. I need to turn this burner off. That's what that break was for, guys.
That's so funny.
You guys here in chat think it's just for water? No, it's stopped my apartment from burning down.
Praise be to that. Another
Blue
Wing
White
Gundam with a pair? That's crazy.
Blue White has such a tempo advantage, though. Like, it makes sense why there wasn't early turn plays for our white green player at the top, because we just had all of our top end and the pilots go with it. But they're still like swinging me down. If they have one more link pair, they potentially win this next turn.
Yeah.
Which, like, that's not something you want to be in range of. But I just don't think you have any other option. You pass turn to your opponent and going back to Levi here.
So, yeah, we're just so aggressive. I mean, I think Levi's best play is to just attack into this wing one more time.
Unless you have the link for game.
I guess. Even if you had the link for game, I feel like you're better off clearing board, establishing bodies.
I think the scary thing about that is you leave yourself vulnerable to Death Scythe.
True.
Because they trade with Wing, they trade with Death Scythe, and they have all the bodies on board.
Well, you definitely clear the Wing, I think. Even if you had the link pair, I feel like you would clear Wing and then just stay standing for everything else, not even link pair. Oh, we're going to discard an Amuro. Wow.
So it tells me our hand quality is probably really good here.
We're going to do a show of resolve, I believe. Yep. But giving up the Amuro that could have been the link pair for game is interesting. Maybe our hand is just oops all pilots. That's possible.
Oops all pilots. Oops got some blockers maybe. But yeah, we're doing that trade like you're saying there. We're just playing it very safe. Now we'll do the swing now that we've removed the body. Shows the hero
Another
Yui,
hero
so
Yui.
that can be really rough. Do we have blockers to play down? We got 3 resources. This could be a launch striker. Could be perfect strike, I believe. One for another overflow, and we're just not seeing the pieces we want. And we're looking for Lifrith now, I think. It's the only one we can play down that costs 2, unless we just play like a vanilla strike dagger.
I know we have the strike dagger in hand, so no matter what they have a play to end this turn, it's just going to come down to if they're going to do it or not. They have to discard. Looking at what's left in the deck, I believe. Oh, Akira, giving up another link pair potential here. Strike dagger. Hits the board. 4 5 cards in hand. Alright, so we're on the back foot, but we did get a Hero Yud in hand, so potentially be able to do something here depending if we have another link pair. Another wing Gundam would be disgusting.
I mean, only having 7 resources in the EX make us level 8. You can only do 1 big body, and I'm already forgetting what our second color is. Was it blue or white? I think it was white.
I think it was white.
Yes, like maybe we can do a big body and a Lifrith blocker to give us a little
Oh,
extra.
I don't even remember now.
If it's blue or not, able to really survive super well here.
Yeah.
If it's white, we can at least wall up and get a blocker.
Or is it red? It might be red.
Here, let me peek. I will get the for sure answer here. It is Hero and Kira, so white green.
Ah. So yeah, here's Ale Strike. Gotta pay for that.
Yeah, I think he's just debating if he wants to put the pilot at the same time with it, which you don't have to, but yeah.
Oh, can you do that? Can you pay for the Gundam and the pilot instantaneously?
I mean, technically you pay for one, then the next, but it's kind of indifferent at this point. There's no Gundams or units that say when your opponent plays a Gundam, suspend one, delete the lowest DP.
Yeah, that's true. We don't have that yet.
Yeah, maybe at some point. Maybe at some point we'll get some type of floodgate units.
Yeah.
If there was one, what would be the floodgate Gundam unit that just says, if you come into play, sorry?
I have no idea. I'm gonna be real. It's like I could see like a floodgate that doesn't allow blockers to block, maybe, or like your opponent can't attack with this Gundam next turn, stuff like that. But there's no like crazy effects that really facilitate a need for a floodgate.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely on the back foot. We got the Ale with the hero, so that hero that we got from the life definitely coming into play to bounce a unit.
Right. And now we've successfully walled up.
And pass and turn back.
Can't just attack with this RX-78 now.
And discarding that Amuro probably feels so much more painful now that it felt more justified to just put out a naked blocker and a pilot ender to one to bounce the unit. But drawing 2 here, we're just getting kind of late game-ish here, and we're making sure our hand stays pretty well sustained with resources. Having, was it 5 untapped resources? Yeah, because we have 2 in the resource deck still.
So we can still play Strike Dagger. Like worst case scenario, that can still get played and we just stay standing. But our opponent with now 2 blockers, we have to try to do something.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels bad to swing here and then give him a base to play without taking a life, but I think you might do that still anyways, just to see if they block.
Yeah, because either way, you either take the last life, put them on 1 life for the rest of the game, or they block, which then kind of changes kind of the board state in terms of math and resources. Attacks on board go down significantly, and blocks on board. We are going to block.
So getting the block out there is pretty interesting. I feel like you just always want to take that, but if you don't have the base in hand, I guess it makes a bit more sense.
Darblade with
Yeah.
Sulieta, that is huge. Restand a resource so we could play another 3 cost. We're gonna give that life up. It's just a Gundam, so no extra resources out of shields.
Are you going to play again, Darblade Sulieta?
That'd be wild. 2 Strike Dagger.
Yep, just the vanilla. We have 1 resource up still, and pass. Just said the 1 resource. Going to leave it up. Gives you a chance to use a command during action timing here.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say one thing that's really nice is like we've been playing in these beta demo formats for so long, and it's just like you're going to run out of cards, you're going to be steamed out before you even get to level 10. We're level 8, and we both have pretty good hand sizes, 5 cards, and was it like 4 or 5 cards on the other side? Like we're sitting pretty fine.
Oh, the link pair for another Ale Striking Kira. Gonna go play a 3rd unit.
Ace 2. Yeah, we got 4, 1, 2. So it's 7 resources all tapped out.
And you just attack into the Darblade, yep.
Yeah, definitely got punished for the Darblade swing. But I also feel like the Darblade swing wasn't the worst in the world either, because it put a second by, but it just got answered right away.
Yeah. I think white green here is just going to be able to take the rest of this trip away. Like I think behind the blockers and now an Archangel, we're going to just be able to just get incremental advantage. Our opponent just can't attack into us going forward. All right, rest 1. Here's our own Archangel.
Yep. Draw a life, see if we get into something that might be a little bit more impactful to play in this turn without spending too many resources. Because we definitely used all the windows for the show resolves when we were like pretty healthy on tempo. 4, we get the perfect strike. 1 for the Kira, nothing to bounce, but we can attack turn it comes down. So are we attacking into the blocker, or are we attacking into the base?
I think we're attacking into the unit. Because with the Kira effect, we -2, and then makes it quite easy to... And then we just rest 2 to restand, play the Strike Dagger 1 more time. Or do we have a different play in mind?
You could play 2 Lifrith blockers, and that could arguably be a better board state.
I think that is a better board state.
Yeah, it looks like table 2 is pretty close right now. Both players are still playing their set out. Judge sitting watching the table, making sure game's being played out at a good pace too. So excited to see what potentially comes of the round.
Tough to... Oh, all 4 at once. Double Strike Dagger. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we said if you're trading, you're trading. I got more attackers, so I feel comfortable with the tempo on my side.
3 cards left in hand for watercolors. Yeah, if they trade, then we get to keep our Archangel, and then we lose to Link Pair if we don't leave blockers up.
Yep, start with overflow in here. So Draw 2, pitch 1, just looking for a little bit better card quality. We don't go hand plus, but we do get better hand filter. Discarding a Charzaku, we just said, hey, we don't have the Char Pilot. We might as well discard it here, especially since we need to answer the board here and now. Like, you really are hoping on a wing or a duo Maxwell link here.
Yeah. Looks like our plays aren't as clear as we would hope them to be. We don't have to play around. We don't have to play around any commands this turn. It's pretty important. Oh, we have the link pair. Charzaku.
Okay, so we had an extra one. We just didn't need more than one. So we're guaranteeing the trade, or we're guaranteeing the base goes away?
I think you guarantee the trade. Oh, we're going for the base. That's interesting. We must have an answer for the perfect strike then. And that answer will be come in the form of this strike launcher. Yep. Nice little trade there. Play another perfect strike. Ugh. And from here,
yeah, going to level 10, and we still have cards in hand. That's not just a draw for turn. So we have to get through a base and 2 blockers. Pitching at Amuro just like feels so rough. Like, you know, your opponent was on the white package, so the blockers weren't that unrealistic.
yeah.
But I think it's also just like, hey, first time we came across this color spread, like in a hot moment.
No, absolutely, and I feel like it is coming back to bite us. But however, like, we don't know what the rest of the hand was, right? Like, that though pitching those pilots might very well have been the best call at the time. Oh, okay, white base helps. Not that I feel like all these attacks still clear. It's more of a getting another card in hand. Maybe we get something done. Amuro Ray, nice. Gonna rest the perfect strike Gundam. And you attack base. At least I think you attack base.
Yeah. Just kind of miscellaneous thought I guess I just had here. Is it ever possible to get 2 table streams at once if we have like a video feed from another person?
Potentially? Could be weird. I'd have to figure that out. Why? Like a picture-in-picture?
Yeah, because I'm like, hey, we have table 2 still playing undefeated. Is there a way we can showcase both of them, especially if turns get a little slow? Just throwing ideas out there.
That's possible. I'd have to look into that. You might have to either do somehow figure out how to maintain 2 discords open and then feed one stream into the other. That could be interesting.
I just got the best 2 screenshots from my judge watching table 2. He's showing it's 2 white decks, white red, white green going against each other. Giant board state, 6 units each board. Next picture, the board's gone, but we're still in a similar state. No units left on board. So very heavy value trades going on in table 2. Playing for very difficult board states. And pretty similar here still. Like, we may be close to like end of our life here, but both players are playing super well. We're trying to make best use of our resources. And we just have to eat up the attack here and Blocker's going to go ahead and restand Archangel, being such a strong and crazy powerful card in this format for Gundam. And we get restand all 10 of our resources and have another turn with 10 resources.
It's only 3 cards in hand, though. I don't see us being able to pull through. We do have 2 fairly heavy attacks, but this is just a bit too rough.
Yeah, we just really need a way to tap blockers. We need Omros, and we pitched the one Omro earlier on. I'm curious if we had like extra links in our hand that we were like preferring to go for.
Yeah, I think we felt that like we were going to be able to win off the back of a the Sulieta Daro Blade. Like that would have been enough, but it just wasn't. The back-to-back Hero Yui Wing Gundam pairs were just too intense. And here's the Sulieta. This will be able to bounce anything realistically.
Probably one of the blockers, if I had to guess.
Mm-hmm. And then it's all up to what this last card is, but we can... Oh, white base.
Depending on what this next to last card is. We are guaranteed a token if we want a token. We're guaranteed a 3-cost play of sorts if we want to do that too.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, would it have made sense to do the base first in case you drew into like the Kira pilot?
Oh, absolutely. I think so, actually. That could have been a misplay. I guess you'll never know. We'll never know what the hand is. But we are going to attack. I feel like, yeah, you might as well attack with these. Oh, we're gonna block.
So now if our opponent drew into a pilot to buff the attack of Strike Dagger, that's game, right? No, we're doing a trade here. Makes sense. Try and play for the long game here.
That's not a link pair, right?
This one is not, no.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, that's right.
Trying to suss out what our last play of the turn should be, and we are just going to do the white base, get a 2/2. All right, our opponent on 2 cards. One is a blocker, so no matter what, we'll be able to establish blocker.
And I just got news that table 2, our undefeated, did win the matchup.
Oh.
So after a very intense back and forth of 6 units and 6 units and trading boards, we will be going into a round 5, folks.
Nice. So we play L Strike down one more time. We don't have the link pair to go with it.
Yeah, lots of white packages being ran for the secondary color, which just really slows down the game state. It makes it very important to like decide when you're swinging to swing like fully in, right?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. What's the correct play? I feel like one of the correct plays is if I am the green sleeves, I attack with this token. Because I don't think our opponent would want to block.
Yeah, but then you give them a good trade for their token that they can just replenish.
That's true. Oh, Wing Gundam goes in.
I think this should be an easy block here.
I think it is. The Wing Gundam off board.
Yep, Suleta gives us the survivability. They're going to be trading the token into the blocker now. I had to imagine for why we ordered it the way we did. Yep. So blocker is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Got the Ale Strike down.
Now we draw. What do we do? What is better? Do you attack with the gun cannon now? You attack with gun cannon now and then get the full 3/3 token?
I don't think you go that greedy. I think you just grab the 2/2 tokens.
Okay.
Like you want to get a bigger board, more swings,
Mm-hmm.
wider the better. Yep, so we're going into our token deck here, making another 2/2. I mean, having two 2/2 tokens is pretty solid still.
That's true.
And we're
Darblade
dumping hand.
into the
Ooh,
white
so,
base. They have to block. Or I guess they don't have to block. They can give up the base. Okay, choosing to block.
Unforeseen incident reducing the attack by 3, so it's not even a full trade, and actually makes it such a good chance for us to trade with this token if we want to get rid of the blocker, which I think we do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think white base might just carry us to the rest of this game.
Yeah, that one card has already generated 2 tokens for Levi here at the bottom.
Swing.
Yeah, we actually had a turn pass already on the other side. So we're really having to draw into something here.
All right, we draw into Ailstrike. With the Kira pilot. Oh, that's so fortuitous. We're going to attack. White base is going to let us restand.
Yeah, so we were able to get to the trade, but guess what? We're going to make another token on this turn.
Now do you think you attack? Or no? Still no on that.
I don't think so. I think you just keep as many 2/2s as you can. Oh my gosh,
nice
the top deck of the century right there.
Oh, this is so intense. What is these 2 cards? What could these 2 cards be?
I think it's just mapping out, like, are we going to be doing a swing if we put a pilot with it? Like, you can't tap down. Oh, you can. It's Akira. It's not a Suleta, so we are in range of Amuro tapping. But just like been saying it over and over, Amuro tapping has been so impactful for like what could have been lethal earlier. But it just had been very high quality cards in hand, though.
These 2 cards probably, like, there's got to be some real plays if these 3 cards in hand are really... Hokira? Swing into the base, reducing the attack by 2.
So that turns 5 attack into 3 attack. So it actually would force a trade, funny enough here. If you have the extra pilot, it makes sense. It also gives you a chance to make a 3/3 token if they choose to block. They are choosing
It's not a trade.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
But we get the 3/3. Now we still have some resource. 2 resources is another strike. Oh, it's a blocker. Huge.
Making a Lifrith. Yep. Does it make our Lifrith math better?
Oh, we're gonna attack. We're gonna attack the shields. I think you block with Lifrith. You're off the back of this white base. White base is doing so much for you. You can't give up white base. Oh, I guess you could potentially have game next turn, but oh man, that's tough. Oh no,
Yeah,
you don't have potentially game next turn because they're just gonna Archangel and restand. You have to pay for that. Wait, did they? I think they did. They might have.
Yeah, I see. Tapped resource. I mean, they also have 1 card in hand.
Yeah, I'm not stressed about it.
Waiting for the time they make a level 10 card that has like an X cost. Repeat some effect. There's the Amuro we were talking about. We had the damage on there. We're seeking out lethal, doing 3 on the base.
And then is that just
we're
game?
Swinging. Any other commands to save us? And that's game.
And then we had an Archangel.
It was a char.
Oh my god.
So we actually had to pivot too to go defensive if we didn't make it through that game too. Or that turn also.
Right, yeah, because we would just have the Archangel restand, keep ourselves saves. We had a link pair coming up. I think the next draw was going to be that Gelgoog, I think it's called. Wow. That was intense. And we get a finals after this too. Jesus Christ, we're eating good tonight. That's crazy.
Yeah. So that takes us with 2 minutes left in the round. That was the last table to finish. So I'm going to go ahead and take a real quick break and grab some water real quick.
Yep. It was Metroid music in my head. See, what's cool is, Michael, here at ResearchSquirrel.com, we use copyright-free music. And how do I know it's copyright-free? Did I get it from some random site that is free of whatever? Did I just... No, my wife makes all the music for my streams. Fun fact. That being said, that was sick. That was probably one of the most nail-biting matches of Gundam I've seen, like since starting the stream. Like that was such a back and forth, and like yeah, it can come, like, yeah, you can be kind of pessimistic and be like, oh, it just whoever had the better top deck, but it was just like they both felt like everybody's top decks were so good throughout. Like every card mattered from each opponent. Like the guy, like the player who lost, right? Like they saw double Wing Gundam Hero Yui in the beginning. Like that is an insane draw, right? And like off the back of like, I think a couple of the top decks were probably the Pilot Kira into the Ale Strike. So then you had to pass a turn, but the next turn you had a link pair, which is disgusting. Man, that was such a good game. But while everybody's wrapping up, guys, we are going into our finals here at the Eagles Nest webcam tournament, but that's okay because this is a weekly show, everybody. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're doing a Gundam tournament for you guys. We don't always stream it. I will admit that just sometimes I fall behind on needing to stream it just because, like, there's so much else we do that, like, you know, the Gundam was the first on the chopping block for me in terms of work ethic. But, like, you know, the tournament still happens and it's a great time regardless. So I hope you guys appreciate what goes on, and we're gonna go to finals because Eagle's back. Look at that.
Yeah, good timing. But yeah, dude, like, you have a full week of streaming this week. Like,
Yeah.
cries a little bit on the inside.
Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, no, I got our. Oh man, and then next week's my birthday. Jesus Christ, we're going all over the place. But that being said, two people that are not strangers to the finals table, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. Both really strong, very strong players. Very consistent on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
But we saw Taidana's white-green a bit earlier in the last round. We saw Levi's blue-white control still hanging in there. Color, a lot of people have dismissed with all the new stuff, but Levi said, you know what? I'm playing the good old stuff still.
Oh, wow. I was about to say, look at those beautiful Eagle's Nest dice. Those are Eggman dice. I got baited. I didn't realize you guys shared a color scheme for a set of dice. Oh,
yeah,
that's
so
funny.
it's the brand new ones for my channel too, to be fair. So
Yeah,
those
those are the old Eggman ones.
Yeah, back in the day.
The old ones. Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. So I want to say, you never had a channel merch of your own, have you?
No.
Like, I know you've had the playmats for like streaming purposes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
those
look really clean.
I love my playmat. I like. Can I show one off? Everyone close to me. No, I had a playmat because I wanted to be able to be like, especially when like I'm on stream or when I was in my own match play gameplay videos, like you'd be like, oh, that is Risu playing. Like they wouldn't question it. Or like when I'm at an event, like I'd have my man and be like, oh, are you Risu? And I'd be like, yes. Because for a long time, for over a year, I would say, for over a year and a half, I was a faceless YouTuber. Like I didn't put my face on any videos for like the longest time. Not for any real purpose. I just never felt the need to. I wasn't trying to hide it, but at the same time, I don't need to put my face on match gameplay videos. So.
Yeah, I had this like whole mentality in my early streaming days. I'm like, am I going to care about my face being revealed?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, off the rip, I'm like, I'm just going to show my face. I don't care. I'm not going to be hidden personality at all.
I think the only one, Curiosity does that in terms of Digimon. Curiosity does that, and Taste of Victory. Like I still did not know what Taste of Victory looked like for like eons. Like it wasn't until we met each other at a card fest that I finally like actually even know what Taste of Victory looks like.
Yeah, but, I mean, to be fair, Curiosity is a VTuber, which is like a very different
spectrum. Yeah.
Yeah, spectrum for streaming. Yeah, we're just both showing our early white game packages, though. It's like, hey, I have overflowing, cycle, pitch some white cards, play a Lithwraith blocker, just blue-white control, right? Blue-white control mirror? Dang, this is crazy. Darkblade goes in, checking the blocker. Yep.
Yeah, one for one and we're ahead on tempo, so these 1-for-1 trades actually favor Mr. Adidas shirt.
Yep. And we're just playing another Darblade here.
Yeah. It's on our opponent to change the tempo here. We have a base. We have...
Yeah, I was going to say, we technically are down a life, because we do have a base that was played, like you would point out in the other games, but... Yeah, it's still pretty close. Like, these early turns are going to define the late game for how we go. And double Darblade here. He said, you know what? That's a good card. And Tidana said, yeah, we both played our 2. It's a pretty good card.
All right, now Mr. Adidas is going to play his Lithwraith. Oh, we're going to do another base. White base? Oh, no, it's the Academy.
And it says, my hand quality is not good. And he instantly knew what to put on top and what to put on bottom. So that tells me he probably knows one super dead card at the bottom. He definitely did not want to draw into. But tapping 2 here is a third Darblade. And guys, have you thought about playing a Darblade rush deck?
It's not bad. I think it's a winning strategy considering this is our finals. I'm gonna take the timer off. We don't need it. Bam.
Yeah. And then we bounce the Darblade. We're gonna see more Darblades coming down.
All right, the Academy's just gone, and then we're gonna do big damage this turn. We actually swapped the tempo on our opponent here, unfortunately. So now, yeah, Levi is ahead on life and board.
Yeah, so it's going to force Tidon to do trades here. Like, we know what this top card is, so hopefully it's something that puts us back into the game tempo-wise. Looks like it's Death Scythe with the duo. We ramp a resource. We're getting first strike link onto probably that Ale Strike.
Oh yeah, no shot. It's not.
That's a 2-card tempo advantage here. Now we're using the EX resource as well to go into Kira
and trade over a Darblade. Wow.
So we're not in the clear yet, but we just did basically a 2-card win here. Yeah.
If it wasn't, I would say if it wasn't for the fact that we had to take our own life twice with our bases, we would be in such a good spot. But I think because of that, Levi is still in an advantage in an advantage state. Yeah, we are staring down at Death Sides. Yeah, a Darblade, but the Darblades can trade into each other still just fine. And from there, like, we can just set up the blocker wall. Death Scythe no longer will have the first strike bonus, but we will have the Kira. Oh no, never mind. The pilot doesn't do anything.
I mean, something that is meaningful is having duo Maxwell on it, so you can't have the attack reduced with Kira as a pilot.
Oh, fair.
And you're also not vulnerable to unforeseen incident either.
Yeah. So, what does that mean for us? Yeah, we're just gonna take the trade while we can.
I think that's going to be a struggle issue though, because like we are going to see so much manage. Oh, there we are. So our 2-card combo took 4 cards out of our opponent. It took an Amuro, an RX, an Ale, and a Kira, and we forced them to play a base as well now.
We're gonna take a life. So that kind of helps us if we're. Wow, that kind of helps Tidana if they can quickly get rid of the white base. If we can quickly get rid of white base, then we can deny them any potential advantage. Like if we just have the pilot. Oh, we do. Yep, just attack. Base is gone. Now advantage is on Tidana's side. And Darblade.
Darblade comes down.
Yeah. It's the one that got bounced earlier. Yeah.
Why is the Daro so baldy? My judge DMs me, why so many?
That's so funny. And because of that, like now, like we're behind on health, but things are looking good.
Yeah, and like we're playing white-green, we probably have some of the strongest top end, and our opponent responds double blocker. So good thing we got rid of the base when we did, because they would be sitting behind more token generation.
Yeah.
But now if we have a wing combo, this could be devastating.
All right, Darblade goes in. It kind of eats any of these blocks just fine, so why not attack with your non-blockers? Makes sense to me. Either way, you're kind of winning. I feel like if you're Levi, you kind of let this through. You have 5 life. You got a cushion.
Hope you get a pilot. Yeah, you hope you get a pilot. Hope you get a base. But he's taking the block.
We're gonna block. Okay.
So I want to say, as Tydana, I don't think you mind that at all. It's a little annoying, but getting rid of a body is getting rid of a body still. We see Ale come down with a pilot. Hero U. It is enough to bounce it.
So not gonna attack with the launcher though. Wow. Okay. Passing.
I mean, we are low in life. We have to respect our opponent here.
Yeah. Just off the back of Hail Strike, I feel like we had enough blocks, but
I mean, it's probably respecting an Amuro play
that's
still
true.
too.
Oh, right, because Levi is blue. We've been seeing so much not blue. All right. Once again, same play as last turn. Losing so much hand size, but now what's the play?
Like
do we attack? One?
Overflowing
affection.
Digging just a little bit deeper, getting the better hand quality here. Filtering out which card from her hand, another overflowing. That tells me Tydana has a hand he is happy with here. Because you're not going any deeper means you probably have a good amount of pilots. You can't put pilots down on any units on board. So I think it's just deciding order of operations, what you're going to be reducing stats on. Doesn't matter.
I would reduce the perfect strike and force them to attack with the block with the ale.
That makes sense. Yeah, because it has a pair effect.
Yeah.
Life goes through. It's another perfect damage. No issue here.
Do we have a base to restand? All right, attack. Now this is.
Yeah, we can attack. Yeah, we can. I was making sure we could attack.
All right, we're gonna. There's the Amuro. Rough. Here we go. 3. Looks. I'm counting 4. 5. No, 4.
It's another ale. It's another hero.
Yeah.
He says, you know what? You're going to have to spend 4 more resources if you want that ale on board. I know you have an Amuro, so you can bounce a thing, but if you do, you do.
We just dumped hand too. That's crazy. All right. All right, so Amuro could come down. I mean, we only have 2 life. We don't have infinite attacks. Perfect strike. It's questionable if perfect strike is even capable of attacking this turn. I see a Suleta in hand, funny enough. All the Dara Blades out of action. All right, we're on 3. Overflowing affection. That's a lot of our turn. That's actually not the greatest thing we want to see. We only have, I believe, 4 resources left. We'll have to see where it goes from here. Not going to be able to go as wide as we would hope. And with the Amuro Ray, that is the rest of our turn. That's going to rest. That's going to bounce and rest. And then Sulieta with the perfect strike will attack into the launcher. Leaving 5 damage, leaving it with 1 health. But now I think we're free to attack. We only have 1 card in hand. Yeah, we're attacking. Where does this attack actually go? Into life? Going to block. That's fine. Blue-white has the hand control, so we has the hand advantage with 3 cards in hand. We can't really afford to trade board, so we're gonna go for life, I think correctly so. Another Amuro Ray, that is insane from Shield. Alright, rest. And then play our 2 blockers from oh, Depth Scythe. Okay, so play the 1 blocker from earlier and then end the turn with Depth Scythe. That did return the 1 health unit to hand. Oh. Overflowing Affection. Hand quality is about to go up. We just have so many cards in hand from the blue-white side.
Yeah, but is it the right cards though? Is the important thing.
Sometimes any card is the right card.
That is true. Just having more bodies to play down. Pitching a Lifrith, we can acknowledge all these bodies are huge stat-wise, so it won't really impact anything else. Like, it just stops the life from being taken, but we're already running low. We have the Amuro with the RX tapping down a blocker. So at this point, are you going life or are you trading?
Ooh, Sulieta. I think we're just trading. Clear board. That gets rid of... Ugh. And then I think that goes into the... Yeah. Last 3. Probably another blocker. Yeah, perfect strike. Oof.
We've seen quite a few perfect strikes, quite a few Dara Blades. And both these players have just been playing everything they have access to. Like, we have 1 card in hand.
The double Amuro Ray is just too much from Shield, I think. I think it's giving us access to too much potential, and then we're going to just end the turn with a wing.
It's good late game. But we're hand minus right now compared to our opponent. We are getting really good trades, at least.
Another overflowing. I think we just run away with it as the blue-white. Resolved.
Yeah.
2 Amuro Rays out of Shield, and then an over 2. I think this is the 2nd overflowing affection of the game. It's just, you just see the hand difference.
Yep, and because you see 1, you're so much more likely to see the other ones.
And we
just really.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, it really comes down to, like, do you top deck into a hero Yui? Do you get 1 off of life? It's a wing off of life. I guess we did see 2 come down already, and we see more bodies spammed on board here.
Yeah.
So wing can swing over 1 of these little bodies, but you have to hope for a base in life, I think, if you don't have a blocker in hand there.
And we see a pilot. I don't. Oh, it's the Health Scythe pilot.
Duo. The duo Maxwell. Yeah. Just trying to get a little bit extra survivability here, giving it some more life. But yeah, we just have to hope it's a base in life now.
We are gonna block.
Breach goes through. Another Amuro.
3 Amuros in life. We've drawn 3 extra cards because of that.
Yeah. Seeing those hand gestures, like, yeah, if you have it, you have it, man. Like, I can't do anything here. I have to hope variance works in my favor for burst base in life.
And even then, with giving your opponent the 3rd Amuro, they could just have the RX. Swing, strike. And, yeah, swing, alright. Oh, yeah. Oh, the hand was oops all pilots at some point, though. That's kind of funny. Yeah, triple show. Seeing so many, like, we were almost out of juice just because of all the pilots that we've seen, but wow, that's great. Oh, we had a white base. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but that was our finals for our weekly war tournament for Gundam.
Yeah, that's the end.
Exciting. We got to showcase every color combination, I think, almost tonight.
Almost. Yeah, I think the only one is like what, blue red. We didn't get to show off like something.
No, we did. We did
Oh,
showcase a little bit blue red. Green red, I think, is the only one we didn't touch on.
Green red. Okay. Really? I thought it was the other way. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's kind of hype. I mean, definitely now that more colors are getting closer to at least that complete starter deck package, like we're gonna just see more success out of them. Like I think one of the big reasons why blue white was so strong is not only the draw power, but they actually had something to draw into with seeing all their LRs. But now green and red are catching up, so it's really exciting. But you guys, yeah, this was the final. So blue white takes again. So the more things change, the more they stay the same. You guys know the meme. But that being said, if you guys missed the rest of the stream, you can always watch the VOD, but you can always tune in, most importantly, next week, because things are only getting bigger. Things are only getting crazier every week. We are adding more and more of the cards that are spoiled every day on the Gundam Twitter. Or Twitter? I think it's on Twitter mostly, right?
Yeah, Twitter, Facebook, yeah, pretty much Twitter though.
This is a show we run every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Join the Discord. Links in the description below for the Limitless. And off of that, like, just if you want more information on our weekly war tournament, our players are playing every week for $7, and they're playing for a chance to not only every week they are playing for the chance to win a Hero UE resource, and then on top of that, our top placing players are earning points for what we're calling the Season 1 Championship, where we'll be inviting our top 8 point earners to win a top cut bracket, where the grand prize is a sealed beta kit, which those are, again, I'll say it every time, they're only increasing in value. Like, I don't know, what are they at now, Legal? What was the last time you checked the price of those?
800 is what they're at right now. Sales are around the $600 range though.
Christ.
So yeah,
they
are way up there.
Well, so definitely our players are definitely playing towards something really worth it, and it'll be exciting. So I hope you guys enjoy the content. I hope you guys enjoy being here. Anything else, Eagle?
I think that's it. Just want to say thank you so much, everyone, for joining the stream. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, support Risu on channel 2.
Yeah, speaking of that, if you guys are Digimon fans, which, I mean, I imagine there is some cross-pollination since this is a primary Digimon channel and web Discord, this is going to be a busy week. Tomorrow we have Eagle's Nest, as always, on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. But Friday, I probably also plan to have a little store tournament streaming my locals, but then this Friday is the Tampa store regional that we will be streaming as well, and then on top of that, on Sunday we will be streaming the Indianapolis store regional in your end. So
yep, exactly.
Busy Digimon weekend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, super busy week.
And then I think Saturday, not us related, but I think there is a regional or something. There's something happening Saturday.
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls. So I guess Carta Magica usually has a stream, so we'll see what they do about that. If you guys are interested, I'll dig into it tomorrow for you guys in chat. But that being said, good night. Unless Eagle has something to say, we're done.
Nope, that's it. Thank you.
Right.
Take care, y'all.